bird? I'm seeing bird action. Hold up. Yeah, there we go. It's a crane.
It's a crane.
It's actually a blue heron. I'm sorry.
It's a blue heron. My spark bird.
Your spark bird, is that a birder term?
Yeah, the bird that got me into birding.
Oh, that's the actual term for the bird the bird that popped your cherry is the spark bird.
That's what they tell me.
Is that my mourning dove? Is the mourning dove my spark bird?
Yeah, it is.
Oh wow! So because that mourning dove, it flew down right in front of my window, and I was like, hey. I think I understand this. And now, if I could be so bold, Dan, every time I'm out walking the streets and I see a bird and I'm like, oh, and it's the mourning dove, I'm like, that's the mourning dove. I'm like, and then you just notice them everywhere.
Dude, birding's fun. I swear to God, genuinely, if you get yourself a pair of Beano Chinos, that's what we call binoculars in the birding word.
Because that's longer than binoculars. You get a little pair of binoculars. That's what we call binoculars.
Yeah, that's long for binoculars. Looking at a bird through binoculars is infinitely better than looking at a bird through your eyes.
Well, I'd reckon that looking through anything through binoculars is infinitely better than looking through your eyes.
Yeah, I agree.
Eyes, low key, the fact that we haven't found a way to like make our eyes zoom so overrated as a human species. Like, you ever looked at something, and this might just be like literally an analog for getting old. You ever looked at something and like zoom in eyes,
Yeah.
like something's far away, and you're like, yeah, I'll just squint and my eyes will zoom. Why don't we have that yet?
I thought about that literally in 8th grade. I had a conversation with a kid in 8th grade, and I was like, why can't we zoom? And he was like, we can adjust focus. So, like, the fact that you can look at something close and then far is technically zooming.
Who told you? Did an 8th grader tell you that?
Yeah, it was an 8th grader, obviously.
Is that kid,
I wasn't talking to Neil deGrasse Tyson.
You could have been talking to like a biology teacher. That's profound knowledge for an 8th grader. Is he a Nobel laureate now?
Yeah, true. He was quick on it.
I know. There's no way an 8th grader just knew that off the top.
He's an attorney to defend big name companies from having to pay asbestos settlements. So he's kind of doing evil work right now.
So it's like the working for Raytheon version of becoming a lawyer. He was like, this mechanical engineering degree isn't going to pay so well unless I make missiles that kill poor people.
Yeah, he's like Tony Stark without the hero part of it.
without the heel turn when he got blown up by his own missile. Yeah, give me the Tony Stark movie where it's just him slashing corporate costs to make his missiles more explodey, dog. That's what I'm looking for.
It's so funny to me. I was thinking about Tony Stark's origin the other day, and it's so funny that at no point in any Avengers movie is like Thor like, hey, can you tell me about that time you were like tortured in Iraq?
Captain America pulls him over like, you're responsible for hundreds of thousands of deaths. Hey, in Civil War, Captain America doesn't pull him aside and be like, you have no moral standing to fucking debate to me on how we should be governed.
Captain America
exploded into hundreds of other missiles to optimize brown people death.
Yeah, Captain America was like, yeah, we had a guy like you in my day. He didn't work for America.
Apparently after I went to the iceberg, we nabbed up a bunch of them in this thing called Operation Paperclip. Not super happy about that. Probably would have stopped it if I wasn't in ice. Does Thor know about Iraq? By the way, guys, yes, we're live streaming right now. Hello, chat. What's going on? As you guys can see, me and Danny are not together today. I have COVID.
Where's chat?
You open chat. There's a whole chat function.
I'm looking. I see
if you go to the top right here, we got 330 people hanging out, watching us. Schlumpo is hype. Schlumpo is hype. But yes, I got COVID. It was my birthday this last weekend. And I went to India with a bunch of my friends, and somebody was patient X, and half of us ended up getting COVID from the weekend. I have head fog, but I brain juiced, which is like a good Uno reverse card to sickness. You know, a little bit of G fuel to amp you up so you don't feel like death for 2 seconds. But yeah, Danny actually didn't get COVID because Danny did the responsible thing before Colossal Con and got one of those what do we call them? Fake news injections.
I got vacancies.
You got vacancies, yes. So Danny is, I guess now a little bit radioactive. They filled him with seed oils, but apparently he is now immune to COVID. So he actually didn't get COVID, which is crazy. It's crazy that modern science works in the way that we've been told and that it was intended to.
Yeah, no, it's pretty hype. I'm very excited that you got COVID, because it makes me feel smarter for having gotten the vaccine, like, literally 2 weeks ago.
It's also because I definitely gave Danny a little bit of shit for getting a COVID vaccine. Like, Danny was like, listen, I used to work in vaccines. I know the science works, but Danny was like, I'm getting a COVID vaccine. And I was like, all right, bud, what?
Yeah.
It's a little behind the times, if we're being real. Just like fucking get COVID once a year like I do. But he was like, I'm going to get COVID because I always get sick every single con we go to. So we go to Colossal Con. Neither of us get sick. At least maybe neither of us get sick. And then I shoot with Anime IRL. Chris is like, I have strep. Don't share drinks with me. And I was like, cool. I don't think he had strep. I think he had COVID. So I spent all day with him. And then everybody ended up getting COVID at my birthday party, except for Danny, who played TFT all weekend.
Let's go. It was huge. It was so fun. Everyone was doing cool...
There's no such thing as a wrong homie to kiss.
Everyone was doing cool frat guy stuff at your party, and then there was 3 guys all playing TFT, Teamfight Tactics, on their laptops, and I was like, there's something for everyone here.
It was... So yes, it was my birthday this last weekend. I invited like 15 of my closest friends, and I got this crazy huge Airbnb with a pool with slides. It has like a mini golf, like putting course. It's got a pickleball court. It's got an arcade garage with racing games, poker tables, shuffleboard, and for maybe close to 50% of the trip, Danny and 2 of my other friends plugged in their laptops and their iPads and just silently played TFT next to each other. And I was like, this is so good. We're separating the men based off energy level, and everybody's like, Nick, like, what should we get all the guys together? Like, should we try and like galvanize all the guys to be together? And I was like, you have no idea. I want nothing more from this weekend than everybody to be doing the thing that they want to be doing. Like, I'll be floating, getting absolutely day drunk in the fucking pool, watching like the first week of college football. Well, if Danny wants to play TFT or fucking RuneScape or what is it, Runeterra?
Oh, Legends of Runeterra?
Yeah, Legends of Runeterra. I was like, fucking let Danny play Legends of Runeterra in the dark garage.
Listen, in my defense, everyone was being equally, if not more lame than me at your party, because the whole time, right, as Nick explained, there's a pool, there are slides going into the pool, there is a projector that is like massive. It's like an 80-inch...
165-inch TV outside.
Yeah, 165-inch poolside TV outside, and no one wanted to be outside because there was a Pong-sized table inside in the dining room.
Yep.
The Airbnb was almost arguably wasted on everybody because they were glued to the dining room Pong table, and I kept being like, hey... The cool part is that there's this pool and this projector. Let's go watch a movie in the heated pool outside.
Oh,
never happened.
Didn't even think about
it. Yeah, never happened.
Cracking it. Well, I was sitting out. I literally floated out all Saturday on a floaty and just like drank a beer off my belly and watched football. I had a great time. I was out there all day. Dorothy says I got dark. I don't think I got that dark, but...
No.
I feel like I don't look any darker than I used, but also the full garage arcade was also a pretty good part of the Airbnb.
Yeah, that's true, but we did just use it to plug in our laptops to play things that aren't the arcade games.
I ripped that the fucking trophy
ATV.
truck. Yeah, the trophy truck racing game was absolutely incredible. There was a Star Wars battle pod.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I played that, but then I was like, oh, I'm too hungover for this. But yes, we had a great birthday. We had a ton of fun. We also went to Colossal Con. Thank you to everybody who's in the chat who actually came out to Colossal Con. Obviously, you guys saw last week we uploaded straight from Colossal Con, so you're like, oh, wow, you got a little bit of the update. But Colossal Con was incredible. He's almost 30. I'm 29. I'm 29, guys. I'm not old yet. Leave me alone.
Gross.
Gross. That's what I'm saying. But Colossal Con was great. Thank you to everybody who came out. I'd never been before. Shout out to Steve Sundrill for being our handler all weekend. It actually felt like the con wanted us there, which is a new experience. And shout out to the hundreds of people who came and saw all of our panels and shit. Danny did a Epic the Musical ranked, All Sagas ranked thing, which was contentious. I did.
Yeah, a lot of Scylla fans, apparently. Everyone loves Scylla.
Everybody loves Scylla. Everybody loves Cersei. The one Scylla who's in the show for like 3 whole goddamn ass minutes. And then I was out on emo night. I was thrashing around to King for a day and shit. We went to the night swim. Yeah, Colossal Con was awesome, dude. I didn't get sick from Colossal Con. That was the even cooler part. I cannot wait for the next one that we go to.
This is such a good chat. People are being funny in chat. Someone said you went from where is it? No, I lost it.
Are they being funny because they're being mean to me?
Yeah, that's why it's funny. Someone said
good.
you went from milk to eggshell with your tan.
Hey guys, this is Olive. This is absolutely Olive. How fucking dare you? All right.
You
I
do
got
have
more
that
tan than Danny.
You do have a jaundiced glow about you right now.
Yeah, that's because of the liver failure. You know.
Probably.
That's this last weekend. I am thinking about. I'm having a serious discussion with myself, getting off the juice.
Alcohol?
Thinking getting off the alcohol. I think 29. We're doing sober year.
Yeah, why is that?
One, because I want to get like laughingly shredded, and two, because it hurts me now. Because I hurt. And I was like, that was the biggest weekend of debauchery I've had in a really long time. And then after on the drive home, I was like, I need to get my shit together. I was like, I need to fucking lock in. So yeah, we're having serious discussions with myself and not Dorothy, because she's not here, because Dorothy decided to leave the day after my birthday weekend. And so like we slept. She was like, oh, you're sick. I'm literally flying to Hawaii to see my grandfather. Zach texts us on Monday and he's like, hey guys, COVID test came back positive. And Dorothy's like, I'm in an apartment with my 94-year-old grandfather. So Dorothy is currently hanging out in a hotel by herself in Oahu.
Nice. Very fun.
Yeah, so good. 6-hour flight, definitely worth it. God, no, we need at least one more drunk pod. Listen, guys, I'm not saying like going fully sober. I'm just, like reel it in, just gotta reel it in general. Also, drunk podcast will always... That beats any level of sobriety. I understand what you guys want from us. We have to do that for special occasions, Christmas, birthdays,
Tuesdays.
Kind of thing. Tuesdays. If the podcast is a day late, new seasons, those kinds of things.
Yeah.
Oahu is sick. 94, Jesus Christ. Well, yeah, her family lives forever. But before we get moving any further with today's episode, guys, we want to talk to you about our favorite recurring sponsor to the podcast, HelloFresh. You may have already heard of HelloFresh, either from this podcast or elsewhere. They send chef-crafted recipes and fresh ingredients to your home every single week. But this summer, they made their biggest menu upgrade yet. That's right, this isn't the HelloFresh you remember, it's bigger. Yes, HelloFresh has doubled their menu. Now you can choose from up to 100 options every single week, including new seasonal recipes and dishes from all across the world. You can also dig deep into bigger portions that'll keep everyone satisfied. It's healthier, allowing you to feel even healthier, as the menu is now filled with protein-packed and veggie-filled menu options. With the new veggie-packed menu options that have 2 or more veggies in every single meal. And it's tastier. Get steak and seafood meals delivered to your door every single week at no extra cost. There's 3 times more seafood on the menu now at no extra cost. And HelloFresh wants to help you discover new seasonal produce every single week. To snap peas, to stone fruit, to corn on the cob, and so much more. Listen, HelloFresh has been a massive part of my life for over a decade. It helped me lose 50 pounds in college and keep it off for the next 9 or so years. So what are you waiting for? The best way to cook just got better. Go to HelloFresh.com/Otakus10FM now to get 10 meals for free plus 1 item for life. $1 per active subscription. Free meals applied as a discount on the first box. New subscribers only, varies by plan. That's HelloFresh.com/Otakus10FM to get 10 meals for free plus 1 free item for life. But we do have a lot to talk about outside of Colossal Con and my birthday. We have 2 weeks of anime to catch up on.
Kind of.
I mean, we're probably not going to do it. Every single time we ever miss a week, we never really talk about the previous week.
Well, because we talked about a little of it at Colossal Con.
Yes.
So we talked about Dandadan, the episode where Okaroon asks the shrimp guy for training lessons.
Yep.
And Gigi really has a little introspective moment where he's like, oh my god, I'm hurting people, I need to figure this shit out.
Yeah.
We also talked about Togen Anki, whatever happened that episode. Every episode of Togen Anki is my favorite episode of the week, but the second I watch next week's, I don't remember what happened the previous week.
My final note for Togen Anki this week was another terrible episode for a bad show. ... I'm so excited for next week. I was like, the amount of people that came up to us at Colossal Con and they were like, Togen Anki's not good. Why are you trying to get us to watch it? And I was like, we cannot stress enough. We're not trying to get you to watch it, all right?
Yeah, so many people were mad that we quote-unquote recommended Togenanki to people. I've never said you should watch it.
Not even our actual premise from week one has been like, every week I don't want to watch this, and then every week it reels me back in. You do not need to watch it. If we can recommend anything to you from this season, it's literally everything else. To Be Hero X is better. Dandadan is better. Gachiakuta is better. Kaiju No is better. The Summer of the Hikaru died is better. Fucking, I almost read my surprise. I have a surprise for you at the end of this podcast that I'm gonna talk to you at.
I have a surprise for you. I forgot the Summer Hikaru died existed, so I'm not caught up on that.
But we were 2 episodes back. Yeah.
I watched one of them, I thought. I don't know. I didn't watch any of them.
Last week, we didn't talk about To Be Hero X, we didn't talk about Gachiakuta, and we didn't talk about The Summer the Hikaru Died. Those are those are the 3 that we missed on account of the fact that we were recording on Saturday as opposed to when we usually record, which is Monday.
Nice. I had my priorities straight. I'm caught up with Togenanki. I'm caught up with To Be Hero X.
Am I weird as fuck for liking Togenanki? No. Somebody just said, imagine influencers influencing people. And like, fair, objectively fair. But anytime anybody ever comes up to us and is like, you're the reason we do X, we're like, we fucking shouldn't be. What are you talking about?
Do not be influenced by us, please.
Me and Danny have had this conversation at length multiple times. We're like, we honestly need to measure what we say to people, because occasionally people will be like, we did this for you. And you're like, oh fuck, I'm so sorry. What do you mean?
Funny. It's so funny because a lot of content creators love being influencers. Like, they're like, that's how I know I've made it. And they're like, I want the power to watch something, think it's good, and then, like, have people go watch that thing.
Yeah.
I would love if nobody ever took me seriously.
100%. Like, that is, well, like, it's unfortunate though, because you've also become like the guy who has to galvanize every slightly okay, like early 2020 show that failed.
Yeah.
Like every time somebody's like, oh, Dead Boy Detectives, it didn't get the second season it deserves. You have to be the fucking chosen champion of like, resurrecting okay-ish shows.
Yeah. Well, it's also just like, it takes the fun away from being like, hey, I really liked this crap, and then people watch it and they were like, that was crap! You know? Like,
it's like, okay, so sorry that 800 people found my email and asked me to fucking do a review for this, or flooded my Patreon and like got all of my polls to choose Dead Boy Detectives for this month's episode or something like that.
What show you want to watch or talk about first?
I want to talk about, you know what I want to talk about? I want to talk about Gachiakuta, because Gachiakuta, is finally hitting what I would identify as its stride. I think the first couple of episodes of Gachiakuta are kind of the issue that you run into really with any mega shonen, which is like, it's tough to call it a mega shonen because there's only like 145 chapters, but like, it's on its way to becoming a mega shonen, and therefore every first 4 or 5 episodes, unless you're Togenanki and you just want to throw in the bell test and the fucking Forest of Death in the first 4 episodes without introducing any important characters. I think the reveal that blonde girl has a mommy complex, my God. We'll get to that. Fucking that was the moment I was like falling asleep on the couch, and then she was like, I take care of sickly men, and I locked the fuck in. This show is finally hitting its stride, and it's 99% because of oh God, what's his name?
Jobber?
Jobber.
Jobber.
Jobber. It's 99% because of Jobber. Zeno Robinson was the perfect casting.
This is like his best role I've seen him in, I think.
By far and away. So Zeno Robinson is, for those of you who are not familiar with all of his other roles, he voices
Hawks?
He voices Hawks, which is obviously probably the one that he's most known for. He also he was one of the 2 fucking guys from the Gohan movie. He's fucking Zeno Robinson is what's the guy from Owl House?
Oh yeah, he's Hunter from the Owl House.
Yeah,
he's Lou. He's Lou from Link Click. I know all of his roles. I don't know why you were helming this ship.
I was literally, you know what the beauty of doing this at your computer is? I could Google things. I Googled it immediately. He was also the main character of Zom 100.
Yeah, he's a ton of stuff.
Yeah, but this is absolutely, I would say, already very quickly becoming like his best role. And I like the reason I think it's becoming his best role rather rapidly is because like I think Gachiakuta is starting to follow the Dandadan like kind of like trial where it's like, oh hey, this is like we're gonna use like very colloquial English. You know, like we're gonna use like, oh, we're gonna use like I almost said slurs, like slang. We're gonna use like slang and like, you know, like sayings that people say, like he was the perfect example of somebody being like, he was like come through and shit. He was like, oh, you're gonna make me crash out and stuff like this. And I was like, oh, this like actually feels like the kind of conversations that people would be having in a trash world, right? Like, of course there should be like American English slang used if they're talking English like amongst like a literal trash world. And this guy's a bad guy and did such a good job of like ingratiating me into like, or like integrating me into the world where I was like, oh, I feel like I understand like the character who Jabber is based off his dialogue choices here.
Yeah. So this is episodes 6 and 7, I think, of Gachiakuta. Did you like, I'm gonna skip straight to the end of episode 7. Did you like when he was like, calm down, I can only get so erect? And then it cuts to fucking Injin and he's like, Jesus Christ, have you been dealing with this guy all day?
He looks over to the cast of children that he's recruited into this life, and he's like, "Fuck, I'm so sorry. What do you mean? What do you mean you're hard right now?"
I know he turns to Rudo, and he's like, "No wonder you're just laying there. Jesus Christ."
It was so funny because when he said that, I was like, "Oh, I believe that line is from Archer," because I think Kramer or whatever the scientist's name is. The first time I've ever heard like "I can only be so erect" is in Archer, and I was like, is this either a line that I didn't hear until Archer, or like are we actually quoting Archer right now in fucking Gachiakuta?
Yeah.
Also, do you think that's a direct translation from Japanese, or do you think that's just like the English voice cast fucking running with it?
I don't remember that shit in the manga. I feel like that would have stuck out to me.
I also don't remember fucking Jagger being like, hey, it is Jabber?
Jabber, like walkie.
Yeah. I don't remember Jabber being like, oh yeah, my fucking dick on PP on hard mode right now. It's like, chill out, dude. What?
I know. I just love the Injin's reaction is so funny where he's like, Rudo, I can't even begin to apologize. You shouldn't have been going up against this guy. Like,
oh, man. It was 2 such good episodes. The fights themselves are really good. Like the reveal of Griss's vital instrument, the way that it works is really cool. Like Rudo's like he's not able to attack with it, but he's only able to like redirect his opponent. And that's what's really cool about the Gachiakuta universe is like because Rudo can pick up anything and turn it into a weapon, like it inherently like 1, there's a ton of room for creativity, but 2, there's really no like bounds on what Rudo can do. Like this is the thing, like everyone's like, oh, power systems are getting too simple, and like maybe, right? Like it's not Nen. You don't need some book to try and figure out what's going on with this power system. Like it's much easier to understand than like Nen, cursed energy, even chakra. But like it's mostly because
I don't think power systems are getting. I think they're getting more complicated. JJK's power system is whack. Meanwhile, you have Dragon Balls, which is literally just laser beam stronger if man bigger. Like,
well, I guess technically Trunks' Super Saiyan 2 form would disagree with that because Vegeta's like, you packed on too much muscle. He was like trying to talk him off track.
His laser is bigger. He's just too slow.
That's true. He's like the fucking. Do you remember the Fairly Odd Parents guy?
He can't do this. Because he's too fucking big.
his tits are too big to get his Kamehameha together. But this
like, also, yeah, like, Jorgen von Strangle, is that who you're talking about?
There's no way you had Jorgen von Strangle. Is that actually? Holy shit, that is him. Why?
Jorgen von Strangling it? His full name?
Why do you have Jorgen von Strangle memorized, Danny? That's insane.
That's his name.
I know, but why do you have Fairly Odd Parents characters memorized?
It's just on the brain. I always got Timmy T on the brain.
Of course, dude. That's what in the birding community, that's what we call it, baby. TT. Big Timmy T crowd amongst birders.
JVS, dude.
Dude, yeah, for sure. John Van Strangin' it.
Dude, I got Jorgen von Strangle. I got Doug Dimmadome, owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome.
anytime I see a Doug Dimmadome in a cosplay, like, so we saw Doug Dimmadome at Colossal Con, and he had, like, naturally had the huge hat, and you just want to follow him around to see what they bump into, because me and Danny were, like, going to table, like, we had to be at a table to talk to people for, like, 3 hours a day, which is a great way to, like, see everybody who was there, but, like, we were following Doug Dimmadome, and we were just watching, like, is his hat gonna hit this sign? And it was maybe the most fun I had all weekend, because I was like, it's gonna hit it, and I was like, did he see it? Nope, bonked right off. It was great.
I love knowing that, like, every Doug Dimmadome cosplayer is, like, looking around, and on the outside he's like, I'm Doug Dimmadome, and on the inside he's like, they're all waiting for my downfall. They all want to see me bump my head.
I would love to, or I would love to see it just like the hat gets tipped off and just rips his scalp off. I sewed it in.
Just snaps his neck like Robin. Like,
it's made of metal.
Scalps me.
Fuck. But yeah, no. So, anyways, what I was gonna say was, I don't know. You don't think power systems are getting less complicated? This is a huge talking point amongst like the worst parts of the anime community.
I mean, we got the pinnacle of anime, Togenanki, and that one's pretty simple, where it's just you cut yourself and that does something cool, kids.
Yeah, and that makes either guns or blades. Kids, if you ever wanted to see what you're capable of, slit your wrist down the middle.
But yeah, with this fucking like this thing. But Togenanki's a bad example. I mean, the issue is we don't have a lot of power-based shonen really kicking off lately. It's like Gachiakuta is the newest one in a long time, because before that it was like what, like Black Clover? Dandadan's like not really a power system. It's kind of just like shit happening, right?
Yeah, like it's you're either a human who's got a thing, or you're an alien, or you're a yokai.
Yeah, it's not like a power system you can like make a spreadsheet of and like explain, whereas like something like Avatar: The Last Airbender, or like even alchemy in Full Metal Alchemist is something where you're like, here are the rules and here's how other people can like bend those rules to make it more unique. Or Fire Force, it's like everyone does a fire thing.
Yeah, but that's the thing, is like, so people say that because we used to have like those spreadsheet shonen, right? So like your Nen, your Chakra, your Ryatsu, like our spiritual pressure in Bleach, like your alchemy and FMAB, people are like, oh, we've now gone from like, oh, there was a system and you understood the system and there was rules, to we've gone to, oh, there's a thing and you either can or cannot do the thing.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I take it all back now, because I'm thinking about like Chainsaw Man. I guess that's a power system, and it's moved to being more individualistic, I guess, where it's not like, okay, here's Chakra and everyone can do like these basic jutsus, but then you have like what is essentially a genetic passive ability. Now instead it's like, okay, this is your demon, this is what you can do. This is your thing, this is what you... Like, cursed energy is kind of bullshit and not a universal thing, because it's like everyone does their own unique ability.
Yeah, well, cursed energy is fair. Cursed energy is like cursed energy doesn't even fall under like the purview of Nen, because you're right. Like, it's like, oh, you have cursed energy, so now you get to make a fucking pachinko machine, and your entire ability is luck, or your ability ties to a fucking stellar constellation in the sky, and you can attract people to different things that you mark. And it's like, you're right. Cursed energy can be used in any kind of way, but there's like a couple of things that bind together cursed energy as a power system, like binding vows and like reverse cursed energy and like stuff like that. So like, but like people say that like cursed energy is the closest we get to your Nens or your Chakras or anything like that. Like, it is the closest that modern day anime gets to that spreadsheet kind of power system. But people use specifically solo leveling as a way to make the argument that anime is getting dumber. And they're like, oh, if you look at it, like, there's no more complicated power systems anymore. And I'm like, there may not be, but I don't think that's an indication of anime getting dumber or even anime communities getting dumber. I think that's just better writing, because cursed energy is the only spreadsheet power system in all of JJK, and Gege wanted to end the story so badly by the end of the manga that he left a ton of threads hanging and basically disregarded the entire power system, because he was like, I want to be fucking done. And so like, the more complicated you make a thing, the more plot holes down the line you like build for yourself to fall into.
Yeah. We got a comment in chat that says, talking crazy power systems and not mentioning Blue Lock is criminal.
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. Stick your tongue out, go faster mode. Like, what do you mean power systems in Blue Lock?
Yeah, it really is a tongue-lengthening power system. And then, yeah, someone says, what about solo leveling? I mean, solo leveling's literally just, like, the worst part of video games. It's just
an
stats.
RPG. Yeah, it's just like, oh, cool, I leveled Dex today, and it's like, nice. There's like multiple conversations where Jinwoo was like, didn't put enough points into intelligence, and it's like, cool, I guess he's playing it exactly how I would.
Yeah.
But my thing is like, I'd rather not have a super complicated power system, right? And like the story more like take more time to focus on character development, on like plot lines, on like on trying to build cool plot twists, those kind of things.
Yeah.
And like I think that's kind of people are taking that note out of Oda's book because Oda doesn't really give a shit about like power scaling and that. Like there is like hockey works in 3 set ways. It's either ornament hockey, it's observation hockey, or conqueror's hockey. And then devil fruits is like you eat a fruit, you do a thing, and that's it. That's all you need to know. And there's like awakenings to devil fruit and all that kind of thing. But like because of that, Oda gets to spend way more time focusing on like, oh hey, this story should be good. I don't give a fuck if you need to understand exactly like why Gon is able to make a ball of Nen around his fist. Like Hunter x Hunter, by far and away most complicated power system of all time. And I think that exists to an era in time where anime fans wanted to like have something that separated themselves from your standard non-anime fan. Like oh, this is a wall you need to be able to get over to get into anime, and you have to jump over that wall because you made fun of me for watching it in high school.
Yeah. No, I agree. I'm also like more in favor of just everyone has a power rather than like here's the lore of the power. Like My Hero Academia has rules technically,
Yeah.
but it is literally just like, oh, one day he got this power. That's it. That's fine. Like
You just
whatever.
wake up to fucking splody hands one day, and you're like, okay, cool, I guess. Like the only anime or manga I would say that's like getting into like complicated power systems nowadays is probably Hat Atelier.
Yeah, and it's awesome. Did you finally read that shit?
I did. I read the first volume.
Yeah, I love the power system just from like the first 2 chapters where you learn it, and it's so like that one works because they're like
it's puzzles. That's what it is.
Yeah. It's puzzles. I feel like when you get into a power system that's like, oh, we have rules and this and that, and everyone can do it, the more you try to explain it, the more annoying and complicated it becomes. Because with stuff like alchemy and Full Metal Alchemist, it's like, okay, so can people just like make money? And apparently that's illegal, but like, how are you gonna tell? And it's like, yeah, and it's like, I don't understand how there's ever like infrastructure issues. Like everyone can just build whatever. Ed just like fixes someone's broken radio like nothing, and it's like, well, you have to like know this and that, and it's like, do you though? Because sometimes he just does stuff.
Yeah. I mean, the first episode is literally a guy covering the entirety of Amestria and fucking ice. Like,
yeah, it's like if you're like,
to melt?
Well, it's like if you're like, oh, that's something everyone can do if they wanted. Then it becomes like, okay, how is there not a terrorist attack a day? You know? Whereas if you have it with, like, My Hero Academia, yeah, they're, like, powerful people every day being created and powerful attacks happening. Mm-hmm. But the good guys also have, like, randomly scaled powerful attacks to keep that in check. And it's like, I don't know, it gets messy, but Hat Atelier breaks that because it's so fucking airtight in terms of its puzzles that you're like, it's just a language. Like, they just created an alphabet. And you're like, yeah, that makes sense. Like, you want the spell to move in a certain direction or be bigger, you draw the line higher. And, like, it's awesome.
Kind of does that, right? Like, Owl House is like, in the same way that, like, Pokemon Unite is, like, the baby version of League of Legends. Like, Owl House does kind of dip its toe into this idea of, like, combining runes, right? That's a great, don't you scoff at me. That's a great.
It just came out of nowhere.
That's fair, right? Because I was like, everyone's like, oh, you play League? And I was like, oh, I play Pokemon Unite. But like, they're like, oh, we're combining runes and we're like trying to use these runes in different ways to like extend our ice spike, something like that. Oh, speaking of League of Legends, as you are a League of Legends fan, did you see their fucking AI generated ad?
No. Oh, no. What is it? We're at our computers.
League of Legends just dropped they dropped an ad recently. I don't know if I was watching it on TikTok or if I was watching it on Instagram.
Riot made an AI cinematic and everyone hates it.
Yep. It is the most clearly AI thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Fuck, I wish we could somehow display our screens to chat right now. Oh my God, we literally can't. We can share it. Do you want to share it?
This is real?
Do you want to share it in chat?
Hold on. Let me real quick I'm going to go to Google News and just verify League of Legends AI ad. Because if it's what I'm looking at and this is real, What was Riot Games thinking? That's Esports Insider. Man, the gamer Wild Rift comes under fire.
Fuck.
Yeah, wow. Okay, it's real. Dude, this is the worst looking thing I've seen in my life. I can't believe they made this.
Let's pull it up for chat so we can watch it with them here. Dude. Look at the did you see the RD?
Yeah. Ugh.
Is this not like the most classic AI looking faces you've ever seen? Look at Hanzo. Why'd they make him Giga Chad?
Dude, it doesn't look like any of the champions.
No, because AI has no idea what it's doing. And then like
look at her teeth.
They all look different in every single iteration.
Who was using a Glock?
Yeah, I don't know, pink wing girl. Yeah, this one was used. Oh wait, no, I think it was Jinx.
It keeps cutting to a Glock. Also, that looks crazy.
Yeah.
God, this looks like K-pop Demon Hunters.
I fucking raises some questions about K-pop demon. Why is Jinx doing a fucking catwalk? Dude, is this not absurd?
Man.
Is it not absurd that they thought they could get away with this? Mind you, one of the richest companies on Earth.
I know. Ezreal looks fucking terrible.
Is this not absurd? Oh my god, it's so funny to me, dude. If you pause it and you look at the faces in the fucking crowd here, it's like a bunch of people with like, their nose on like 1/3 of their face kind of thing.
They look terrified.
As they should be.
Look at this guy. Look how scared this guy looks.
Do you see the cross-eyed woman next to him? Yeah, dude, it's absurd. Like, do you really think Riot Game, or what is it? Is it Riot Games?
Yeah.
You think Riot Games can't fucking afford to pay a couple of animators to make what? A 1:20 animatic?
I can't believe I haven't heard of this. I can't believe I haven't made a TikTok about this.
Well, now I know it's bad. It's fucking bad. Now I know what you're going to be doing after the podcast today.
Oh, yeah.
And as you're a Wild Rift enthusiast...
Oh, man.
How does this make you feel? How does this make you feel about the game you love so much? About the game you're a ride or die for?
Not anymore. Look at these fucking... Oh, my God.
Yeah. Yeah, it's bad.
This is crazy.
It's absolutely insane. Look at the fingers. Look at the fingers of all these characters here. They're
I know.
Look at Wolverine claws.
That's outrageous. Hey, folks, yesterday we posted a creator-made video on our official Weibo channel that, frankly, did not hit the mark. When we post content to our official channels, it's on us to maintain a high-quality bar and be clear about where it came from. Thank you for the feedback. Thank you for the death threats, I'm sure.
Yeah, absolutely thank you for the death threats. They also call it a creator-made video.
I know.
No, you guys absolutely commissioned that to be made. They're like, yeah, creator made it. Yeah, one of the creators at your goddamn studio.
That's unreal. I can't believe that.
Isn't that insane, dog? One of the biggest, most profitable companies on Earth using AI to make animatics.
What's chat saying?
There's tons of freelancers that would have done it better. Yeah, that's why we don't use AI.
Yeah. We get this, but not a new True Damage video. Yeah, they're known for making incredible music videos. And that was just awful.
These are the people who made Arcane.
It's not even good. I've seen AI videos that are indistinguishable from real life. And here you have Jinx firing off a Glock with a hair trigger.
Yeah, just blowing away, I don't know, what appear to be those fucking things from Final Fantasy, whatever those are.
Do you guys not use ChatGPT for anything? I don't use dick that's AI related.
I mean, I'll use the fucking Google, you type in and Google aggregates the answer at the top. Yeah. That's kind of nice, but it's wrong 50% of the time. I was literally Googling shit for a YouTube video I filmed earlier today, and I was 3 times in a row, the fucking aggregated results was wrong, and I had to go to Reddit to get the actual answer. So as an aggregator, is it fine? I guess, but no, not really. What's kind of annoying me recently is a lot of people I keep my emails very open. I don't really get back to DMs just because I get so many, and so I'm hey, if you want to reach out to me, I have an email. I'm very open about the fact if you email me, I'll see it, right? Because every single morning I sit down, I go through. I have 40 emails every single day. I go through every single one of them. people have recently been emailing me the conversations they have with ChatGPT to make fucking anime theories. And I'm like, or they'll just fucking, they'll copy and paste whatever ChatGPT, like they'll give a prompt, and some people are so lazy about it, they copy the prompt and then they fucking email me whatever ChatGPT says. I was like, guys, if I wanted ChatGPT fucking generated anime theories, I'd do it my goddamn self.
That's so funny. That's so crazy.
Yeah, it's just, it's absurd.
I thought you were going to talk about the reverse, where Instagram every now and then will ask me if I want to, like, turn on a function where it will respond to all of my DMs that are in my, like, general section with AI responses. And I'm like, man, that's a quick way to get my ass, like, canceled.
That's fucking insane. I haven't
That's
been off of
crazy.
that. That's fucking insane.
It's crazy. Why would you ever trust AI to do that? Just also, like someone's like, hey, Danny, do you mind fucking going to my high school graduation? And it's like, I'll be there. Here's my plane ticket. Like,
yeah, and then also all these people think they have like a relationship with you, and then they're like they come out to a con with you, and they've been DMing with your AI for months. You're like, oh my god, Danny, what about that fucking family photo I sent you? You're like, what the fuck are you talking? That is. Instagram rolls out the most ridiculous batshit stuff. When they dropped fucking, hey, do you want to pinpoint your location to all of your friends constantly thing like 2 weeks ago?
I know.
Who opts in for that?
We're at a con and it's like, hey, Nick and Danny, I love your stuff. Quick thing, why'd you DM me asking for a dick pic of my mom? It's just like, this is something Danny would say.
Is it trained to my responses? Does it know who I am? Like, that's fucked. Oh my god, that's so stupid. Anyways, Gachiakuta, good episode this week.
Oh, true. Yeah, really good. The fight between Rudo and Jabber was sick. Jabber's personality is great. You said to me last week where you're like, Jabber is exactly what this anime needed, and you're so right.
Yeah, you need like a person, right? There needs to be a face there needs to be a face in a shadow organization that these people are trying to fight against, that kind of thing. Like, Jabber is psychotic, and he's stabbing himself up with like neurotoxin to make himself not feel the pain and all of that. Zeno Robinson, I haven't even sniffed the dub of Gachiakuta. I don't know what's going on, but Zeno Robinson is like, the sub. Like, Zeno Robinson is crushing it as Jabber, and he's like absolutely delivering the hell out of these lines of being like, a little makes the pain go away. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, hell yeah, dude. We're fucking crushing it.
Well, it's funny, too, because, like, something that was silly to me in the manga and is silly to me in the anime is Jabber will stick himself with anti-pain toxin so that he can get through a fight. Yeah. And it's like, that doesn't like negate the fact that you just had your neck fucking 360'd by his giant staff.
Oh, 100%.
You know what I mean?
You turn into a spring for 2 seconds there. Like, I watched your spine crack and then reset itself 4 separate times. But like, I don't know. Like, they shoot soldiers up with like morphine and methamphetamine, and then like they'll fucking go for days.
Yeah, okay, damn.
I mean, that's like, you ever heard the story of the guy who accidentally, I think it was like a Polish soldier in World War II, who accidentally took like 4 times, they used to carry like literal meth on them in World War II, and this guy accidentally took like 5 or 7 times the dose he was supposed to, and he cross-country skied for like something like 400 straight miles over a course of like 5 days, and like a complete blackout to get out of enemy lines. It's like one of the craziest stories of all time.
Yeah, wild.
Yeah, dude, meth is a hell of a drug, dude. It'll get you through fucking anything you need to. My final note is, why do these children know the word masochist?
They're like 14? I feel like I knew masochist by then.
No. They do a cutback and like they're like kicking the fucking shit out of Rudo, and like all these little kids are like, he's a masochist, and I was like, why do you know that? I get that you live in the slums. Why do you know that term?
No, that's true. I forgot. Yeah, that flashback. That was another thing where I'm like, I don't remember how much of this flashback was in the manga.
You think they're adding stuff?
Maybe, or just, like, rearranging it. But it's been a while since, like, I was watching it. Or
It actually
reading
probably
it.
wouldn't surprise me all that much if they were adding stuff, because I feel like their artistic direction has actually been pretty good. Like I did, like it was a pretty one-to-one like jabber fight. Like I love the moment where like Zonka, I love that like they expand on an ability so ridiculously. They're like, oh, like you can move the person that's trying to hit you, and then it's like, yeah, but can he move him like all the way across the room? Like that's kind of like he's just yeeting, like he's literally using flying Raijin to send fucking Zonka directly behind Jabber at instantaneous speeds. Like, okay, cool.
This is definitely like a nonsense fight. Like, it's a nonsense fight because Rudo would have beaten literally anybody else. It's so weirdly convenient that Jabber, one, figures out that you need intent to attack him, and two, coincidentally has a venom that makes him, like, wildly just flail around.
Yeah, and everything near him kind of thing. Like, he's got, like,
And
he's
so,
got,
like
Bane's goddamn, like, green toxin juice.
Yeah, so it's a weird, like, fight of convenience. It's a weird convenience that if, like you said, if Zonko attacks Rudo, he can throw him directly at the other guy, like it homes in on him.
Yeah, what's the range on this thing? I do also love the moment from Rudo where he's like really upset that Gris is the thing that he's been wishing on for like the safety of everybody is destroyed, and Gris being like, oh, the fact that you used it to save people here is like lives up to the moment. Like I do love these moments, and I think this is actually like a cool journey to see a lot of people go on with Rudo, because Rudo can be fucking grating in the beginning, and he's just like so stereotypically angsty as an MC, but watching his like deep connection to people's things that people call garbage because he himself has been thrown out repeatedly is like a really fun and like a really interesting approach to a main character in like 2025.
Yeah. No, I agree. What was it? I had one other thing. I have no idea. I lost it. It's gone forever.
Okay, cool. You want to talk about Kaiju number 8?
Yeah. I remember being like, I really liked it, and I don't remember fully what happens. It's the episode where they're like grooming that guy to be like the next Kaiju number 10 suit wearer or 6 wearer.
So Vice Captain Hoshina is trying to get weapons number 10 to be a numbers weapon, and then Reno, I guess depending on if you want to say it like Japanese or English, is being like essentially has been identified as the person who should use weapons number 6. My notes, I knew. When I was writing this down, I was like, I'll remember why I wrote this down. But my first 2 notes for Kaiju number 8 are, hey, that's racist towards Italians. And then I said, hey, that's racist towards Asians. And I don't remember why I wrote either. Oh, I know what it was. Fucking Gen the Ruby comes out with a cigar and he's like, what are you doing? What are you doing on our turf to Vice Captain Hoshina? And then I think and then he calls him like squint, and then he's like, no squinty eyes here or something.
I caught that and I was like, oh, like, oh.
And I was like, so that's I knew it was in there. But yeah, it's kind of a setup. It's a setup episode. I mean, there's a lot of like setup episodes in Kaiju number 8. We've talked about how none of the episodes are ever like long enough. It's like there's like really hype first couple of minutes, really hype last couple of minutes, and then 16 minutes of filler in the middle. But it's basically like everybody coming together and being like, hey, we need to work together to kill Kaiju number 9, which is like what I love this concept. And maybe I'm just as a non-military/police trained individual, I don't understand it. But in every movie, when like the FBI shows up to a police scene and the cops are like, oh, it's fucking federal now, and I'm like, hey, buddy, you just got less work. What are we fucking hell? The way if I was a cop and I was like a triple goddamn murder, her skull, and the FBI is like, this is ours. I'm like, cool, less trauma for me.
I know, it is funny that cops in movies act like they work on commission, like they work on number of cases solved. Like, you're still making like $30 an hour, like, doing regardless.
You get to drive around in your fucking like turbocharged Dodge Charger for a little bit longer, dog. Like, what do you don't have to sit down and knock on doors and talk to crying mothers because their kid got run over in half by a car.
Yeah, no, I agree with that too. It is funny when they're like, oh, I wanted to finish this case.
Yeah, like, what do you... The way the FBI would be like, I don't know if we'll take this. And I'd be like, I'm pretty sure this crossed state lines if we're being real. I think this is a federal crime. But, like, in Kaiju number 8, they're like, I don't want to work with, like... I get it. Like, they're both based in Tokyo. There's a rivalry there. Fucking work together. Like, we're fighting kaiju. More people, the better.
Yeah. Katie says Kaiju Season 1 was better. How do you feel about that? Do you agree or disagree?
Yeah, I'll say yeah. Mostly on account of the fact that I feel like I cared more about Kaiju season number 1.
Kaiju season number 1.
Season number 1. Yes. It's not that I don't care. It's not that I care less about Kaiju number 8. I think Kaiju number 8 came out amongst weaker anime the last time it came out. And now that there's so much else going on that so much else that's like also objectively very similar. I feel like I care less about this season of Kaiju number 8, but like I don't know, that might not be fair. I'm willing to admit that might not be fair. What would you say is the peak moment of this season? Is it the battle between Isayao and Kaiju number 9?
I guess so. I care more this season, and it's because of that tone shift after Isayao dies.
Yeah.
Where they're all starting to take it really seriously, and they're all kind of afraid of Kaiju number 9. And also this episode, I really liked because it carries that tone over where, Hoshina, everyone's like, Hoshina, you're our new main guy. You're on our front lines. And Hoshina's like, I don't really want to be.
Yeah.
I have 40 different attacks and they're all the same slash. I have been skating by the skin of my teeth. That
is very fair. He's just like, hey guys, I am gonna have to fuse with the thing that actively tried to kill me, and it'll probably take me over in the process. Dude, are you sure you want me as your lead attacker here?
Are you sure about that?
Are you sure about that? Kaiju number 8 came out, so spring 2024 season 1 came out. It was running alongside Mushoku Tensei Jobless Reincarnation season 2 part 2, which we didn't watch, Demon Slayer, the Hashira training arc, Konosuba season 3, which I watched it, you didn't watch it, Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime season 3, the season that made me drop that show, and then Windbreaker season 1 and My Hero Academia season 7. So all we were watching really that season was the Hashira training arc, Windbreaker, which you didn't like, and MHA season 7, which we were both okay on.
And on top of that, I still managed to not like season 1 of Kaiju number 8.
Yeah. So I think that's where like my less interest in Kaiju season 2 is coming from, on account of the fact where I'm like, ooh, I think there's just better things going on. So my enjoyment of an anime is kind of highly dependent on when I open Crunchyroll and I see 4 next episodes, which is the one that I'm most excited to watch. And by the time I get to the 4th episode and I'm like, that's when I'm locking into Kaiju, I'm like, I've kind of have my fill of anime right now.
Yeah, that's fair. I just, like I said, I care more. This episode didn't have any fights, and I cared a lot. I really liked the story of this new blue-haired guy, or whatever color his hair is. I always say, Kaiju number 8, I'm colorblind with for some reason.
About Reno?
I don't know.
The friend that he used to be in fucking Kaiju cleanup crew with?
Yeah, the new guy who they're like, hey, you're gonna wear the Kaiju number 6 armor.
Yeah, that's Leno.
Yeah, I really liked it. I don't know, I was just it was cool seeing him start to train to be at that level, and everybody's like, hey, look, you're not gonna be at that level soon. We just need to know that, and you'll probably never be at the level we need you to be. We just need to know that, you are willing to try.
Yeah.
And that's a cool,
trying to discourage him.
Everyone's trying to discourage him, but it's part of the training. That's a cool tone to set to. It already feels like we're kind of in an end game era, and everyone's like, hey, this shit's we are not optimistic about this, but this is the best we can do.
We are absolutely in the end game of Kaiju number 8, mind you.
Yeah.
We are probably more than halfway through the manga, I think, at this current moment. Maybe not. We're closing in on halfway through the manga. We are absolutely building up towards the big final fight, the big final war arc that takes place in probably the last 50 or so chapters. And so it does feel like that. Pressure is mounting. Isayao, the head of the fucking defense corps, is now gone, and they're trying to fill his spot. A bunch of no names are trying to fill the shoes of the most legendary soldier of all time. It definitely. I wouldn't say that I enjoy this season less. I think I just I'm watching the season and I'm reminded that I never really was big on Kaiju number 8's. I like Kaiju number 8's manga. Kaiju number 8's manga, I like the anime. I would say Kaiju number 8 falls into the categorization of me of that Dr. Stone. Like a true blue 8. Like I feel like my scale, I go up to 10 pretty easily. Kaiju number 8 to me is it's a true blue 8.
Yeah, it's a good B minus kind of anime.
Also, I don't want the guy like Leto. So Leto ends up going off to like some like fucking podunk ass JDSFK or whatever they are division. I don't want the guy who's actively drinking through his fucking Zoom call with the most important people in his job to tell me about what's best for my health. You tell me you can't fucking put the sake bottle out of your video or take a couple of sips on the side, put it in a water bottle. I don't need you telling me about my health. Fuck you.
As you pull out your vodka.
You don't know what's in here, and that's the beauty of it. That's the idea, baby. I keep you on your toes.
I'd love you take a sip and it's clearly just like a Chef Boyardee, like just so thick,
like it's like a mini ravioli, just
trying to squeeze it through.
Yeah, the Italians wanted to get in on the boba craze.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm riding with their choices here.
Yeah, what are you drinking? I'm drinking hard Chef Boyardee. It's SpaghettiOs and vodka.
Oh, it's a Bloody Mary for children.
Yeah, it's a Bloody Mario.
Yeah, dude, fuck. Oh, that's awesome. I also wrote, does that captain have braces? The hulking pink woman. I'm not taking orders from some. I don't respect. Listen, I'm sorry if you're an adult with braces. You cannot be in a position of power.
It's never too late to get your teeth fixed.
It is.
It's not. Dorothy had her whole ass jaw broken a couple months ago. She chose to break her jaw and eat through a straw for months.
Get Invisalign like an adult. Come on, braces?
That's more embarrassing than braces, or no less.
If you're a 30-year-old and you're like, oh, I can't bite into this apple, can you cut it into slices? Come on, get Invisalign. Take your Invisalign off and eat. Stop being a child.
There must be a limit to, like, what Invisalign can do. Otherwise, they would just have everyone do Invisalign.
Oh, no, Invisalign's just massively more expensive than braces. I'm 100%
That's so
kidding.
weird.
No. If you look, there's a 100% claim to be made by people here being like, oh, yeah, no, I couldn't get Invisalign because I couldn't afford it. It's way more expensive.
Yeah. Chill Bro, Lord of the Mysteries. Sorry. Oh, yeah, you need a new one. I guess so. I was just reading Chill Bro, Lord of the Mysteries fandom. I lost it. Literally hostile towards reaction video channels. Why Nick needed to take the nuke? My God.
Yeah, no. You never make Lord of Mysteries content ever. I learned that fucking lesson. I died on that cross for everybody else.
Yeah. I dodged a bullet there. I got halfway through a video and I was like, all of my notes are what's happening? Like all of my commentary.
It's fucking like, all right, cool. This is the fucking the 10 on IMDb that I should be loving here. But yes. So that's Kaiju number 8.
Should we talk about To Be Hero X?
Oh, dog. I'm so okay. Yes, so we're talking about episode what of To Be Hero X?
40 and 49.
Yeah, fucking 800 and 823 of To Be Hero X is like literally structural to my body at this moment in time. I'm not gonna. I very much enjoy To Be Hero X. It's probably the number one thing I look forward to watching every single week. Fuck me, is this show been running since I was 20 years old? Episode 20 and 21. I
agree with that, but at the same time, I don't know what I'm going to do when it's done. Like, I'm so in this, like, pattern. I'm so in this rhythm that I really don't want to break it.
I can't remember the last thing I did for 21 weeks straight.
Yeah.
Outside of maybe jorking my shit.
Other than jorking my strangle.
Yeah, dude, I got a real consistent streak on that and that alone. That's my fucking Duolingo.
I know. Oh man, what a smart idea. Log into Duolingo every time you're about to yoink one out. Dude, I'd be fluent in Italian in like 3 months.
I get a real weird boner every time I see the Duolingo owl. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it.
But what's it called? I think this is like maybe a generation defining anime. Not in terms of like cultural impact, but like this is something special, dude.
Oh,
I can't believe the ratio of like unreal, expensive and high quality episodes there are. Because this most recent episode, 21, was pretty much fine until the ending. Episode 20 is spectacular.
Dude, episode 20 is, I think, and I've been hyperbolic the way I've talked about 2B Hero X for a long time, the best episode of 2B Hero X.
Yeah, it was incredible, dude. The sound design was awesome. There were moments where it's just little Johnny hiding behind something while Easel's lightning cracks and, like, just shatters boulders around, and he's just fucking laying into Ghostblade, and it feels like Cloverfield footage.
And then, like, it's amplified in the fact that it feels like Cloverfield footage once Big Johnny turns into Big Johnny, and it's like, there's this kaiju stomping around, and, like, nobody knows what to do with it. And it's crazy, because Ghostblade is this, like, morally ambiguous character who fucking killed little Johnny's father, and then, like, Isol pulls up, and you're like, okay, I guess this is the confirmation that Isol's a bad guy now, and then you're rooting for Ghostblade. Ghostblade's fucking fighting him with a dinner knife, and you're like, I need Ghostblade to clutch this up. It's, like, anytime the heroes clash, it's so sick, dude. It's so goddamn good. Yeah. Oh my god, I love the heel turn of Nice. I love Nice, like previous Nice being a fucking like an institutional instrument by the fucking guys at the very top to take out people, because he's like so dedicated to this idea of climbing the ranks. Like he's like a literal clout chaser.
Yeah, dude, it's insane. It's like unbelievably good. I love Nice being this, like, having this heel turn was so interesting. Having him fight Lowly was crazy. That was an unreal fight, and it's so desperate and sick when she, like, busts out of her suit. She busts out of her suit.
To, like, grab onto Nice, and it, like, explodes. Oh, it was so good. And then
she bashes him with her helmet when he, like, comes towards her. She's awesome. She's my favorite character in the show.
Yeah.
God, she's so good. And then we meet Dragon Boy Z.
Yeah.
And he's sick. His episode was fine. But, like, him fighting Smile was low-key maybe my favorite fight. Because it's all hands. It's all, like, insane link-click style choreography.
I don't know what they're feeding the Chinese dude, but they fucking understand hand-to-hand combat like nobody. Like it is insane. Like, you're right, Link Click and like 2B Hero X, you're watching it and you're like, how do you begin to think about these combos? Like Smile is like doing like an All Might level of like, I'm gonna put my fucking back into this punch here. And like Dragon Boy's pulling up and he's like, what up, old man? Smile's like hammered. And he's like, hey, by the way, this is your daughter's necklace. Locks in immediately. And he's literally just like giving him like the 7-piece combo and a fucking drink. He's bouncing him off the concrete and stuff. Oh my god, it was so good. And like, all right, both of the episodes are incredible for like lore building, right? And also, can I give a shout out to Queen? Queen is actually if your favorite character is Lowly, I understand. Queen is mine. Queen is a goated character, dude. When she pulls up and she freezes Nice and Isol and Big Johnny just by walking, walks onto the scene. Everybody's bound to her fucking rules. Like that's my ex. That's my ex right there. She's so sick, and she just like kind of touches like Big Johnny's nose, and she's like, all right, you need to calm down. Yeah.
Man. Dude, Big Johnny getting zapped by Isol was crazy too.
Yeah. That dude, and then you see I loved the moment where Ghostblade stabs through Isol's hand, and it's his robotic hand. That was so
and then just breaks it. Yeah, this was an awesome episode. It felt so like climactic and cinematic and scary. Like, yeah, I guess like Lowly versus Nice is genuinely probably my favorite fight, just because of that like desperation, but also like seeing Lowly be so clever and quick on her feet by like using her helmet and like risking her suit and being like, God, I don't know. It's just so
she's just
fucking
losing.
good.
Like that was the best part about like Iron Man back in the day. Like before we got like nanotech, which was like the laziest like update the MCU ever did. Like Tony Stark would lose parts of his suit. Like he would cut up parts of his suit or like only have his glove kind of thing, and he'd have to get so creative. Like when he like flipped his like suitcase into like a hand blaster. Those are my favorite Iron Man moments, because you're like, oh shit, what can Tony Stark the genius do with only 5, 10, 15, 20, 80% of his suit, you know? And so like you watching her, yeah, she's using individual parts of her suit, and you know as she's taking these suits off, like she's getting weaker technically, right? Because that's what makes her stronger. And so it's like fuck, this better work, fuck this better work, fuck this better work, and it's so dope, dude.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's just really fucking cool. And then at the end of the episode, I think 21. At the end of 21, we see X do his thing canonically. Finally, like we finally get confirmation that he is switching the art style.
Because CG comes back, and I think episode 20. I think at the very end of episode 20, CG comes back, and then in 21 we meet X, and apparently he doesn't look like the fucking white-haired guy we've been seeing. Like he has like an alter ego, and like I do love this idea of like this climactic build towards the end. Like everybody's been trying to vilify X. Like our entire time we're like, oh, X is a bad guy. He came on the scene, and like everybody's like, oh, like he's been X 4 years in a row. He's God. He's this and that. But like, oh, everybody else, like, X is actually the good guy. Like everybody else is actually trying to build their own god right now. They're trying to build Dragon Boy or Zero or shit like that. And the X is like, I'll fucking step down. I don't want to get killed by the commission. So like where we're building right now is so fucking like it's just such cool, like there's such a cool build up, and there's so many cool characters. They're all integrated into a part of it, right? And I'm really curious to see how new X or like new Nice plays into it. Like, oh, like Isol, like I think might be dead now. Like new Isol might be dead, something like that. But how did he get his hands on like Moon and stuff like that? Like I'm so curious to see where this goes. I haven't been like this curious about an anime is gonna end in a long time.
Yeah. No, I agree. It's been so fucking sick. What else?
What'd you think of Dragon Boy, like his ability? Like, so he's like, so Smile was like you're 12, boy. We know how your ability works. And like, but he stopped smiling, right? So like, does Dragon Boy have the ability to like steal other people's trust value or something like that?
Yeah, that's interesting. Well, I liked. It's interesting that he stopped smiling. Because he did mention it, but then the guy, like, stopped smiling before Dragon Boy, like, activated his power. So he could be some kind of lightning rod. I thought that's what it was. Like, the more hits he takes, the more he can, like, throw back, especially because he was bullied. So it's, like, that kind of thing.
Yeah, kill those guys. Those guys were insane. Those guys,
they were bad people.
At the beginning of episode 21, they're like, look at hypothermia idiot or something. And they're like, he could just be training. Also, don't laugh at the guy doing laps in a frozen lake. That's the scariest dude you could come across.
I know. He also is just like such a terrifying looking guy. He looks like the hardest member of a fucking K-pop band.
He looks like the hardest member of a Russian mafia group. He's fucking tattooed head to toe. He's swimming in a fucking frozen lake like he's training to wrestle a bear and or Vladimir Putin.
Yeah, no, it's very cool. So it was interesting. I kind of wish Smile kept his smile the whole fight, and it was like Firm Man, where he's like, part of my curse is I literally cannot stop smiling.
Well, he says that while he's drinking with X, and he does, like, even when Dragon Boy reveals the necklace to him, he's like, wow, you even smile when you're pissed off, like, kind of thing.
Right.
He doesn't stop smiling until he gets into his fight with Dragon Boy.
Yeah, but I mean, I wish he ran the smile the whole fight.
I wonder, you got pissed he changed loadouts?
Yeah, like he should have ran the smile meta.
Yeah, dude, fucking smile meta. Did you know the word meta comes from Meta Knight?
Does it? That can't be
Did
right.
you know that? Apparently, I was like, I got a fucking edit about Meta Knight, because, like, apparently Meta Knight in Brawl, or whatever the original fucking Super Smash Bros. was so good, he had his own tier, he was like double S, and, like, everybody else in the game was, like, scaled upon how good they were against Meta Knight. And one of the comments said, and chat can absolutely confirm or deny this report, they're bigger nerds than I am, apparently the term meta comes from the fact that Meta was so good that everybody else in the game had to be scaled against Meta Knight.
Whoa, crazy.
Isn't that crazy?
That's nuts. That's super fun.
Yeah, right? So I was like, I learned the origin of fucking slang the other day, and it's goddamn Meta Knight, because apparently Meta Knight was broken. I never played N64 Smash. Did you?
No, but I played, Brawl with GameCube.
I played Wii. I played Wii? What? I played it on the Wii. That was the same one, right?
That might be, what's that called?
It was the same one.
What's that one called? No, it's a different one.
Really? Because
I definitely called Wii.
You could definitely put GameCube games in the Wii.
That one is called Brawl. What's the GameCube one called?
Oh, meta equals most effective tactic available. Oh, no. Okay.
Whoa. Get fucking cooked.
That actually makes a lot of sense. That's quite good.
Oh,
I like that a lot.
GameCube's Melee, that's right. I played that one. And then Wii, obviously, but, like, Melee was the first I played.
Kind of like how smurfing comes from some pro WoW players using Smurf usenames while playing on alts. What?
That's so funny. Papa Smurf and stuff.
way.
That's so funny.
Is that really true?
We had comments. This is something that I was thinking about ignoring, because I'm too afraid to ask it, but I think I'll ask it. Because the Skype, the Zoom podcasts obviously never do as well as our regular podcasts, right?
Yeah.
And we got a couple comments of people being like, damn, no normal podcast this week. What is this shit? Like stuff like that. I want chat to tell me what they personally dislike specifically about like Zoom podcast. Because I get it is a different energy when we're in the room together, but it is like funny that it's that big of a difference because I listen to podcasts. I don't watch them. So it is funny to me that like when an audio medium is still like the audio aspect is still the same.
Yeah.
But like what's the tangible difference that you guys
feel? Well, from my own perspective, I can tell when people are on Zoom because like there's like bigger breaks. I honestly think, if I could be so bold, this is the best Zoom podcast we've ever done. But usually it's like also like people like talk over each other. It's like, oh no. Like it's much easier to pick up somebody's cue when you're in the room with them, as opposed to over the internet. I honestly, if I'm being entirely real, I can't imagine that people who are just listening, if we hadn't given them the precursor, would understand that this was a Zoom podcast because we're fucking crushing this shit. But also, people probably just like seeing us in the room.
Yeah,
less gay. It's not really different. It probably is objectively less gay because there's lower chance we kiss.
Yeah, or we can't smell each other's pheromones, which is a bummer. Are we finally going to be in the old room again? I hate the room we've been in for 2 months.
No, we're going to be in the old. We're going to be in the old room. We're going to be fucking next podcast. We're in the old room. Don't worry. And then I'm moving.
Very exciting. Where there was one that was so funny. You two lead some gags. There was one that was like, you don't get the sense of danger with the pod knife being in the room over Zoom.
that is a great point. Even.
As chat says, less homoerotic tension over Zoom.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be the general take-home point here. Yeah, I mean, like it is like I feel like we have better technology, but that's definitely just our fault because the way we absolutely could just like amp up the amount of technology we bring into our in-person podcasts here. There's also less overlap. Yeah, that's the big point. It's like I feel like there's like you know when to talk, I know when to talk, but like I'm probably the smoothest Zoom podcast we've ever run here.
Well, I agree. I agree. It's funny though because I assume this audio is better because we've never been able to really nail our podcast audio because we're so loud.
Soundproof the hell out of our next studio. I'm so excited.
I think we just need to be quieter, genuinely, like because we're just shouting into each other's mics.
I like shouting. I'm a big shouting guy.
I know. I guess so.
I love a good shout. I prefer the pre-recorded pods. Well, like, yeah, like, all right, we're only live right now. I'm sorry. Is that how we're? Is that? I didn't know I had to go before I talked like you, fucking ass. This is only live right now because we have no idea how to take Riverside to stream only on unlisted on YouTube. Like this is also because the pod's gonna come out a day late, so we wanted you guys all to know that we were fucking alive.
Do we have any anime left to talk about?
We have
Dandadan.
So much anime to fucking talk about here.
Just Dandadan. I think Dandadan's last.
And Togen Anki.
Oh, you're right. We have like another hour left.
You didn't watch fucking The Summer Hikaru Died, so we're not gonna do that.
I forgot.
Yeah, this is the one of this is one of the moments that makes better by music. Oh, because this is the episode where they fight fucking conductors and shit.
Yeah. This must have been strange in the manga.
It is like not like it is. It isn't like it's just like you just see notes, right?
Yeah.
Like you see like a bunch of notes like coming down from all these conductors and stuff. But the reason that this episode was made so much better by it being animated was, and this is actually something that they don't really tell you in the anime. Like they tell you who each and every single person is in the manga, right? And like obviously like Mozart is Mozart, but most people don't know who the fucking rest of those people are. And like there's like one guy on a fucking trombone. There's one guy who's directing or what do you call it when the guy's got the composing?
Yeah.
There's Mozart on the fucking he's tickling the ivories. this is made better by the fact that it is animated on account of the fact that, one, you can get the music in, and two, the first person they take out is the composer, and there's this really cool moment where after the composer is taken out, every single one of the musical talents starts playing notes in like different songs. Like it's like, oh, the composer is there and they're all playing music together, and like the backtrack of the episode is all like very cohesive. And then once the composer is taken out, until they switch to the orchestra where like the huge guys are spitting out a bunch of monsters and shit. What is that? What's that in your hand right there?
That's my fidget. This is my emerald brome. It's not infused with Stormlight currently, but I'm also wearing a Stormlight shirt, actually. It's a big Stormlight day. This is Brando Sando shit.
Yeah, dude. Danny's converting to Mormonism, baby. Do you guys, a quick question for the chat here. Do you guys like it when Danny does his little tail out of the back of his hat?
I'm a rich man, Nick.
Oh, are you broming up? Oh my God.
These are my emerald bromes.
Holy shit, those are just bad marbles. They're round because they're flat on one end.
Here's the thing. This one will actually glow. I can infuse this with Stormlight. If I get this, like, copper wire, you can do, like... It's so strange. There's this copper wire thing where you can, like, light the LED within this, but it doesn't have, like, a plug or anything. It's like Tesla tech.
That's kind of sick. Is this just crystals for straight white guys?
It's currency in the Stormlight Archives.
Oh well, yeah, I know, but you're giving me big crystal energy. You're talking about charging your goddamn orbs with fucking Stormlight over
my
here.
J.O. crystal.
Yeah.
Have you heard of that? Have you seen that?
I forgot about jerk off crystals. That is some fucking like year one Otakus Anonymous shit. I do not remember why we talked about it.
It's good content.
I don't remember the story. I just remember the term jack off crystal.
Danny looks like a white Usopp. I'm not going to be interacting with chat any longer.
I don't know what to do with that. I don't know what to do with that.
Anyway,
right
this episode of Dandadan, pretty good. It was fine. It was cool.
It's also fine in the manga. Like it's like just the way for it's literally a training arc for Okarun to get stronger, to battle against the evil eye, which is like gonna be some great content. Like next episode and the episode following that are gonna be fucking awesome. And then the underlining tone of it all being that like everybody loves Gigi, everybody respects what Gigi wants, which is that like the evil eye deserves to live, is fucking like that's a great it's a really good stance to take, right? Like that is absolutely like everybody backing each other up is like really, really sweet. And like Okarun taking it upon himself to get strong enough to beat the evil eye by himself is a really noble cause. Unfortunately, it comes through like the medium of like a not so interesting training arc, because it's like, one, no one really gives a shit about Ira. Two, like what the fuck are these? What are these enemies?
Yeah, well, it's funny because it's proven the opposite to me that other anime typically prove, where
somebody said usually so just Usopp in the anime. That's a bar right there. White Usopp, just so demelanated Usopp. Absolutely.
What's it called? So what's interesting about this episode in this show?
Canadian.
Thank you. What's interesting is that it's like every other anime we've watched, like fucking Solo Leveling. Just that right now comes to my mind. I don't know why I'm slowing down. But Solo Leveling is very like, I'm like, if there's not a fight happening, I'm bored. And JJK Season 2 was kind of like that, where I was so overwhelmed with fights and so spoiled for fights that when one didn't happen, I was like, what are we doing? What fall off is this? This is interesting because this episode was just a really well animated long fight, but because there was like no dialogue the entire time, I was pretty bored. Meanwhile, the previous episode had no fights, all dialogue, and I had a great time.
Yeah, and I think that's like one, because like you want to be able to interact with these characters you care about, and two, because it's not exactly the best cast of characters in this fight. Turbo Granny, Ira, and Okarun go do a wordless fight against a bunch of musical composers of ancient times. Like, I don't know. Like, it's not, like I said, it's not the best part of the manga. Like, it's an important part of the manga. I get what they're trying to do. They're like, oh, Okarun, your tempo needs to be increased, that kind of thing. And that's kind of the thing about, like, we were talking about earlier with, like, the new age power systems, right? Where we're like, oh, new age power systems are inherently more simplistic, right? They're more simplistic simplistic. They're just like a bunch of people like hanging out, fucking like you get this, and like sure, if you say that Okarun needs to double his speed by like doubling the tempo, the amount of hits he can get in a beat, sure, why not? Nothing has ever told me they can't do that. But you're right. Like last episode, which had no fights and just focused on like emotional storytelling of these important characters, was objectively better. I just think this is one of those situations where you got to eat one to get like a good, because like a great episode before and a great episode after. Like you just got to eat like a little bit of a training arc so that Okarun can have a plausible deniability of like, oh, I got strong enough to defeat the evil eye.
No, for sure. Anytime. And I'm not like, some people are so fucking reactionary with it where like you'll get a banger episode of some show and the following episode will be like kind of a calm after the storm and people are like, man, this show just fucking fell off. I understand that if you get some big insane climax, there needs to be like a wind down. That's how I felt about 2B Hero X. Episode 20 was crazy, 21 was the wind down.
Yeah.
And that's how I feel about like this part of the season of Dandadan. The opening was this insane storm of like first 4 episodes, and then now we're like easing into the next arc.
Yeah, I feel very much the same way. I like literally like I think the next episode is going to be nuts. I think it's going to be one of your favorites, just because like all of the previous fights against Evil Eye, like they obviously like packed a punch in terms of like they packed a punch in terms of like, oh, this person, like obviously the Evil Eye like wants to live and like Gigi is trying to fight back against it, but like this is actually like Okarun battling for like his entire found family to try and like back the Evil Eye into a corner essentially. My final note from this episode was Danny is an Ira x Okarun shipper.
Danny is an Ira x Okarun shipper.
Yep.
This is a
Okaraira.
Here's the thing. I remember being one for sure. My opinions from season 1 have really changed into season 2 because Momo or Mau Mau, right?
Momo. You're good.
Momo
was the one you don't like.
Right. Momo has really done an arc where she's just sick as hell and she's not constantly mean anymore. I liked Ira because she was nice to Okarun. This episode isn't a great, like, reminder that I like Ira because nobody fucking talks the whole episode. It's all music.
I was mostly saying that because I was making a joke about you being a fucking Zutara shipper, and I was Danny beats off the conventional path of ships.
Oh, do people not like? First off, don't use beats off in that context. Second,
you beat off paths, baby. That's what I'm saying about you. You want to find Danny? Find him the hills of LA, just fucking
beating off
paths.
A path.
Yeah, dude, just stroking paths.
But do people not like Ira and Okarun as a ship?
No. Oh, well, like that's the thing. It's the non-traditional. Like it's so they throw it in your face that Okarun and Momo are going to end up together. But like Ira's also into Ira's also into Okarun. So like some people are like, oh, Ira's better with Okarun. You know, if they want to try and be unique or interesting or angsty or something like that.
And that's
me.
I
was like, oh. And that's you, baby. Did you see the Escape Pod brought up another Zutara conversation?
I did. I don't like, genuinely, I don't care enough about Zutara to like engage in those conversations. Like, what's funny is Waffalo, like, is the one who's really hung on that information. I think one day in passing, I was like he asked me about it or whatever, and I was like, yeah, I thought Katara and Zuko were a cute couple. Like, that would have been really fun. More, and I'm also like, I am an off the beaten path kind of person where I'm like, oh, who's your favorite Dragon Ball character? Mine's Trunks or Vegeta. Like, I'll never say Goku. I'll never say Naruto. But it's I just so don't give a shit. Like, I was so never watching Avatar for the romance that 100%. When people get so into it and so heated, I'm like, I don't fucking care. None of them are that good. Like, it's not a well-written romance.
I think Andrew said he would watch horse porn for a year to make sure that Zutara didn't happen.
I did
somebody
see
keeps
that.
asking, Nick, how do you feel about Kinta being voiced by Bryce Papenbrook? It's man, it's a choice. It is definitely a choice. Because here's the thing: there's a lot of similarities between Kirito and Kinta. I'm gonna be real. That is like if I just get Kirito as Kinta, I think I can live with that. I also love Bryce Papenbrook, so like any additional Bryce Papenbrook, that's gonna be that I'm happy about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's Dandadan episode. Next week's gonna be fucking sick. I'm very excited for everybody to watch it. You want to talk about our favorite show ever, Togenaki?
Togenaki, this episode was porn. Yeah, this was such a weird fucking episode.
It was so weird. Oh, it was so good though. Oh my god, watching the show makes me feel like a kid again, dude. I feel like I'm 16 watching fucking SAO again, dude. I'm like, I literally, I'm the fucking worst. But like when this show, I was so bored, and then it just started doing fan service, and I was so locked in. I was like immediately locked in for no reason. I was like, let's fucking go.
Dude, it literally like got lost in its own fan service, where it was like, it was like doing this thing between like the kid who's like shy and like feels like he's a failure and he's gonna ruin everything, so he's like hiding in a box. And then she's like, so what you're saying is you completely rely on me right now? And then it like launches into some like insane backstory where it's like her friends would say she's caring, this, that, and this. And I'm like, what is this? What is this Tinder profile reading I'm getting?
I love that everybody else is getting like fucking complex backstories, right? Like, oh, like the fucking the guy who slits his own wrist, like his father was killed. The main character, his father was killed, and it's like busty blonde looking for a fucking real schlumpo of a guy, and it's like, oh, is this a fucking porn ad on the side of my goddamn browser here? Like, busty blondes near you want to brush your teeth? What's happening?
Dude, one episode ago, I watched a child get crushed to death by the corpses of his parents. And now she's like, it's so crazy. This is such a weird show.
I can't hold a man down, dude. Everybody either goes vegetative or wants to go to work.
Yeah, it's so weird. And then also her power is nonsense, where they're like, she has an endurance-based power, kind of, where I guess the longer she fights you, the less drive you have to fight her back.
She makes you fall in love with her, yeah.
That's not her power. Her power is blood hands.
Her power is MMA fucking gloves, and for some reason, just being around her is entrancing. What's happening?
They never mention the blood hands. They're like, her power is this, and meanwhile, she's got these fucking like ready to go gauntlets.
She's bouncing around like a goddamn Kengan Ashura character, fucking dripping in blood, and then it's like, hey, every person she's ever fought hasn't fought back. And I was like, this is a fucking snuff video then. What are we talking about? Like, what?
It was so funny. And then she fights a bunch of big monsters, I guess, like bears, right? Aren't they big grizzly bears or something like that?
No, they're like you mash a pheasant, a monkey, and a dog together, and they're called uglies.
Yeah, they are called uglies.
Yeah, listen, my exact notes were CG monsters, slideshows, and characters I don't care about. Yeah. Never mind, they put the blonde in workout gear. I'm back in. And then I said, she's an MMA fighter, and the MMA stands for Mommy Martial Arts.
Nice, good.
Yeah. So we're good. And then
Mommy milkers always.
Yeah, Mommy milk. I said, if she's looking for pathetic men, I know two right here.
Yeah.
Like, this was a wild episode. Fucking Togenaki is my favorite thing I maybe ever watched. It's just like, I'm like, it's like watching a car crash. You know, it's just like, oh man, it's bad, but I can't fucking look away.
It's what I look forward to most every single week. It only impresses me.
It's like Rick and Morty's anime, right? But like instead of being like so bad I can't watch it, it's so bad it's entertaining.
I'll never drop this show.
No, I'll watch it. I'm terrified the show isn't getting a second season. Yeah. Like, I'm like actually worried the show isn't getting a second season because like I need it to be continued. I need to know what's going on in this universe forever.
Yeah, and again, to clarify, I'm not recommending this. I don't think anyone should watch it. Don't help it get a second season.
No, we're not telling you to watch Togenaki. We're just telling you that for some reason it scratches the part of our brain that needs bad anime.
Yeah. It's so fun. It in a season where we have 2B Hero X, which is genuinely one of the greatest anime of all time, I think. Yeah. Like, it's on track to being that. This is the one I'm most excited for.
Yeah, on track for being one of the greatest 24-episode animes of all time. So easily.
It's going to get another season. I've been telling you this. Says everyone! God, I hate when you fucking talk about 2B Hero X, because you always just lie about shit. And then I get DMs of people mad that you're spreading false news. I don't understand why you lie on camera so frequently.
I'm not
with
lying.
such authority. You're always
lying on camera.
You're always like, actually, it's only going to be this many episodes. I have an inside source, and you've asked nobody, and no one told you these things.
I never said. I said that 2B Hero X and 2B Heroine were both 24 episodes. I didn't. I looked it up. I said 2B Hero X second season. It says yes, second season 2B Hero X is confirmed and planned to continue the story.
All throughout 2B Hero X, you have been spreading misinformation about 2B Hero X.
Listen, first off, this is why I say nobody should take us seriously, because I should never be who you get your information from. I'm like Alex Jones, fucking in Congress. If you listen to me, you're labeled an idiot. I should never be a misinformation agent, because I should never be an information agent.
Yeah. Fair,
I didn't know that there was going to be a second season of 2B Hero X. That's fucking incredible. I'm actually very excited about that. It said that it was planned to be 48 episodes, and it's being blocked into 2 24-episode blocks. That's dope as hell. The dads are fighting. No, guys, we love each other. Nick Cap Hammer, the C and NC Hammer is for Cap, ladies and gentlemen. You knew this.
Yeah, I'm excited. I hope season 2 is more linear, but who knows what they'll do.
Yeah, I am super, super excited. I think it's gonna be so much fun. It's probably gonna be a long time. Bro's not a peer-reviewed source. Yeah. Exactly. 100% right. All right, that's all the anime we have to talk about this week. I'm gonna get to my best boy here, Dan, and I'm very excited to start talk about it with you. My best boy this week is the Amazing Digital Circus.
Uh-oh.
Because I am an episode and a half in, and I can't believe you've been gatekeeping this show for me, Danny. It's so much fun.
I haven't told you not to watch it. I just haven't talked to you about it.
So Danny is absolutely lying to all of you. Danny and me were on our way to Colossal Con, and I was like, man, like Amazing Digital Circus, like it seems like so much fun, like all this. And he was like, yeah, I've heard like, or we might have been on the way back or something. He's like, oh, everyone is like, oh, episode 6 is so incredible. And you're like, yeah, like the first 5 episodes, like they're okay. Like I'm kind of a big fan of them, but like I've heard that like episode 6 is going to be the best of all time. And I was like, okay, cool, I guess. Like that seems like a good pitch to possibly get me into the show here. And so I'm like, you know what? I've been alone for the last couple of days. I've had nothing going on in the house. And I was like, man, I got to find something. Because me and Dorothy have been watching Banshee. You ever heard of Banshee?
No.
Anthony Starr, fucking Homelander as like a felon turned cop.
Whoa, crazy.
Yeah, it's 4 seasons. It's a Cinemax show. It's on HBO. A lot of sex. There's probably, it's insane. I forgot Cinemax shows were like this. Probably 3 sex scenes every 45 minutes. That's
crazy.
It's probably 8 to 10 pairs of tits per 45 minutes. It is crazy. They get Lily Phillips naked every single episode. It is insane. But anyways, there is. So I was scrolling through Netflix looking for something to watch. Amazing Digital Circus is on Netflix. The first 4 episodes out of 6 for some reason, and I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll watch it. This show, fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Funny.
It's episode 6 is great. It's the best one, and it like really feels like it all culminates to that episode. There's only going to be 9 in total. Episode 6 is great. It's the first time where I'm like, oh, I might start recommending Amazing Digital Circus to people. But leading up to it, it's like, it's just a lukewarm funny, to me, personally. It's not like, there haven't been any home run jokes, and if there are, they're few and far between. But it is fun, like, it's interesting, there's intrigue, they're good. The side characters are the best. I don't know.
Yes.
I don't remember a lot of episodes 1 and 2, but there's like characters you'll meet. Oh, the Gloinks Queen. I really like in episode 1.
Everything should be Gloinks.
Yeah, like,
that's fucking great bit.
Stuff like that is the best part of the first few episodes. And then episode 6 is where it like really hits.
No. My favorite character by far and away, Kane and Bubble. Kane's bits are fucking awesome. I love Kane. I love in the first episode, Pomni throws up everywhere, and Bubble's like, I got it, and starts licking it up, and Kane's like, you're a fucking parasite. Like, or no, like Bubble eats his like cake or something. He's like, you're a parasite. And then in episode 2, they go to like the candy world or something. And Bubbles like sounds sticky. And then like Kane's like absolutely does sound sticky. And then Bubbles like sounds. And then there's like 30 seconds of bleep. Kane turns over to Bubbles like. Bubble, I don't think you can say that. Like, their bits are absolutely incredible. Yeah. I'll admit, everybody else in the show is like objectively not that funny. Can I ask who your favorite character is?
Well, I will say, I'll agree with all of that. Kane and Bubble are a great duo, and Bubble has some really funny bits. I forget, there's one that I really like, but
Kane pulls out like a bubble pipe, and he's like, well, look, it's a very human moment, and it's like Bubbles talked in his high-pitched voice the entire time. Everybody leaves for candy count, and Kane's just smoking, like hands it to the fucking Bubble. He goes, no, like in a way deeper voice. No, sorry, I'm trying to quit. Like,
I'm trying to quit.
They're so good.
Yeah. No, there are good jokes in it for sure. It just like wasn't at the level of episode 6 where I'm like, oh, this is like something new. Like, this is something that, like, this is what it brings to the table that I'd be like, you can only get this with Amazing Digital Circus, if that makes sense. What's your favorite character?
I was going to say, who's your favorite character and why is it Kinger?
Oh, Kinger, for sure, because he's the funniest. Episode 3...
hilarious.
Episode 3 is the second best episode, and it's very Kinger-focused, and you're gonna love it. And it's a horror episode, and it's sick.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I would say like here's the thing, like obviously like what is her name? So like Ragatha or whatever. Yeah, Ragatha's supposed to be like your straight character, like it's like straight man and the fool. So she's supposed to be like your straight character. She's supposed to be like, you know, the sense of reason amongst the Amazing Digital Circus. And then like Pomni's just kind of like the vehicle that the story is told through. Is Jax either the worst or the best? And those are the only things that he can be considered.
Yeah, I can't say anything until episode 6. You just have to keep having this journey. Don't look at comments about Jax. You gotta find out.
I think I already understand Jax, and I think it's like he actually brings up, and this is probably me going way too deep, but like an interesting philosophical standpoint where it's like, oh, if I was thrust into a world where like I was just LARPing and living out the fucking demands of this chattering teeth with mouth in the middle of it every single day, I too would be like, fuck this shit. I'm gonna try and derail all of this, like just like kind of like have a shitty attitude about it. And then the more I thought about Jax, I was like, you could have a shitty attitude about the situation they're in. But at the same time, if you really boil down what's happening in the Amazing Digital Circus, like, oh, they're just people going on day-to-day tasks and, like, day-to-day quests. Like, what is different about their existence from, like, your average human existence, right? Like, oh, they wake up every morning, they have to go do, like, some kind of job, some kind of a quest that's been laid out for them by fucking Kane. And I was like, oh, in the same, like, if you want to make the argument that, like, oh, Jax gets to be shitty because he's thrust into a shitty situation, you can make that argument for anybody living their standard life. Like, oh, because you're not living the life you want to live, you get to be shitty to everybody and try and derail their happiness. And it's like, oh, so, like, there's an argument to be made that, like, oh, like, if I was put in a situation like Jax is, like, this fucking hopeless situation with no hope of ever breaking out of, like, what, like, situation you're in, I, too, would be in a shitty mood all the time. But at the same time, you're like, oh, well, actually, this could just be like a metaphor for life.
Well, it's also like, by that logic, you could be like, hey, everyone else isn't being shitty. And in the same shitty circumstances, so Jack should get over it. But like, in that scenario and by that logic, the reason episode 6 is so good is it's such a Jax episode. And so I can't really, like, get into why Jax is one way or the other.
Yeah.
However, I will say also with episode 6, like, every episode had been, like, lukewarm funny with some great jokes sprinkled in. Episode 6 is, like, relentlessly funny. Like, it's a classic, like, Hell of a Boss level of, like, jokes per minute, where I'm just like, man, they're firing on all cylinders. But episode 3, like I said, really good, and yeah.
I do love that it's like it appears to be like in a computer, and I love that they use a lot of like computer game logic. Like in episode 2, when they're doing like their Mad Max shit, the fucking like the truck clips through like the ground, and they go down into the devs room, and like the Australian alligator sees like his model in the dev room. Like that was really cool.
I love Gummy Goo, that alligator, where he's like, is my mother one of these? Oh God, why can't I remember her face? Like,
Like he's like, why isn't my mother here? And he's like realizing like, oh, my life began fucking robbing Candy Town, and like I was never supposed to get back to my mother because these guys are literally programmed to beat me.
Yeah, it's interesting. I love those like CG animation is jank jokes that they used to make.
Yeah.
They kind of stopped making those like episode 4 and onward. But like I love there's bits with Kinger where he's just like, they're like, all right, you ready to do this? And then his eyes just kind of slowly start going apart, and then his limbs freak out, you know?
Yeah, they did that. They did that in episode 2 or something like that.
Yeah.
The CG, the fucking animation is incredible. Like it's like ridiculously high quality.
It gets way better. Like
That's
again,
insane.
just keep trucking, and then you'll see too. Like episode 6 is like 3 and 6 are like spikes in quality.
And then it's like, okay, back to episode 4 and 5 here. Yeah. Listen, if I like have heavily enjoyed both episode 1 and 2. So like I'm not really worried about like episode 3, like needing to get to episode 3 and 6. Like I'm gonna lock in for fucking all of the episodes. Yeah. I really enjoy the characters. Fuck Zubul. At least Jax goes on the missions. Fucking,
yeah.
Well, that being said, Zubul might be doing, because Zubul at least understands that she got a shitty attitude and is willing to separate herself from everybody else, so like her shitty attitude isn't infectious, you know?
Yeah. First off, Zubul's they them. You will get comments about it. And then
apologies, my bad. I fuck them. I apologize.
Yeah. And then
just because you hate somebody doesn't mean you shouldn't respect their pronouns.
For sure. But yeah, Zubul's interesting. I think Zubul's maybe my least favorite, and it is because they're this pseudo, like, they're over all of the shit, and like they understand the situation's shitty, so they don't want to play along, and they're pissed about it, which makes sense. But they're also like, I don't know, anytime they have like a real moment where they're being like, they're breaking it down and giving kind of like a monologue, it's always something where I'm like, I feel like I've seen that, like, done better elsewhere. Whereas with Jax is also, like, being shitty because he's over all of this stuff. But at least he's funny, so there's that. Yeah. Like, it's easier to like a character that's making you laugh.
Dude, the moment when fucking Kinger throws that anchor over at the gummy crocodiles, and he's like, Kinger, is that anchor attached to anything? And Kinger's like, I'll go check. And then the truck just gets rammed into it. So good, dude. Yeah. I'm having a lot of fun with it. So yeah, that's my best boy. My best boy this week is the Amazing Digital Circus. How about you? You got a best boy?
Sick. My best boy is Weapons.
Dude. I'm so fucking excited to talk about this, Danny. Holy fucking shit, you saw Weapons?
Yeah, did you?
Oh, dude, your best boy should be Zach Kreger. Oh, Zach Kreger's fucking awesome, dude.
My best boy's already the fucking movie he made.
Yeah, but I went on a fucking spree of Zach Kreger at least executive produced horror movies recently. Dude, he's making the best horror movies in the game right now, dude. Shout out to Whitest Kids You Know.
Yeah.
Weapons was so goddamn good, Dan. It was so good.
It was great. Let's do non-spoilers, right?
Okay. You're right. Cut everything. All right, fine. From the jump here.
Anyway.
Weapons, our non-spoiler review. Absolutely incredible movie here. Sarah clocks what the intrigue was from the very jump here.
Yeah.
When did you see it?
I saw like Monday or something.
Gotcha.
I don't know, a couple days ago. But what's it called? It's really cool. It's a slow burn where like the first half, I was like, this is pretty entertaining, and I'm like enjoying it enough. But by the second half, like the whole first half is so much planting seeds, and it is
Did you like that they were swapping between like POVs?
So yeah, gotcha. It is like weirdly like an anthology / like ensemble movie where it's constantly like it'll play out someone's story and it'll go back in time to a different character that was in that story, and then it'll play it out and it'll go back in time again to a different character, and then the second half is all those storylines kind of like culminating. And by the end, you're like, man, this is like, I love all these characters, and this is really like moving with force. The last like 15 minutes or so are awesome.
Dude, all right. There is a scene towards the end where you're following a character running through walls like fucking Juggernaut, and it's probably my favorite scene I've seen in a movie in 5 to 10 years.
Yeah.
It is such incredible cinematography. The whole movie's got great cinematography. The coloring, the lighting, the choice of shots, everything. Like it's so good. I love how they're using Ring cameras and shit. Like it's really, really cool. It builds the intrigue in such a way where it feels like, oh, this shit could happen. Oh, this shit is happening. It's happening in this really rainy small town, and it feels like weighty, all of these things, and it's so good. The end is there's no way to talk about it without spoiling it, but I'll just say,
yeah, that's most endings.
That's fair. Can I say like something like,
you don't have, like, why? Why are you compelled to spoil? Just be,
no,
dude, one time I was at Nick's.
I really like. Yes.
I was at Nick's once watching a Superman review and of the new James Gunn Superman, and it's just a normal non-spoiler review, and Nick's like, what are you watching? I was like, someone's reviewing Superman, and he's like, well, aren't you gonna go see it? And I'm like, well, yeah, probably. And he's like, why are you watching all the spoilers then? And I'm like, bitch, do you actually not know what reviews are? Like, Nick has no concept of anyone reviewing anything without just saying every plot beat from beginning to end.
That's fair. That's fair. I have a very literal understanding of content. There's a scene at the end that I really, really like. And we'll talk about it if we want to do a spoiler review here. But yes, it was fucking incredible. If you guys haven't seen Weapons, I so highly recommend it. I went on a rip of fucking Zach Cregger movies after. Have you seen Heretic?
No, I didn't know he was involved.
Heretic he is a, do you know the movie I'm talking about?
Yeah, it's with Hugh Grant, and he like has two girls like trapped in his basement or whatever.
Yeah, so it's Sophie Thatcher and Chloe East, I believe. Yeah, Sophie Thatcher, who's been in so many good movies recently. This is undoubtedly the best Hugh Grant movie I've ever seen in my entire life. Hugh Grant gives like a stunning performance, and so I just Zach Cregger was like an executive producer on it. But the reason that I stumbled upon that was because I also watched the Sophie Thatcher movie Companion with fucking Huey from The Boys, where she's like, she's like a robot, she's like a robot companion, and it's like her, like everyone's trying to kill her basically. So like I went on a tear of like anything that Zach Cregger's even fucking EP'd on, because this man crushes horror movies. Can we do a spoiler review or no?
Sure, yeah. Well, then you just say, hey, spoilers, and then we can talk about it.
Yes. Punishment should be giving us more hints on your address, Nick. Yeah, every time I spoil, get one letter of my address.
We're gonna be like, all right, we're talking about Superman.
Bingo.
We're talking about Superman 2 this week, and you're just like, no, we aren't.
The Monopoly scene is fucking great. Yeah. And Heretic's awesome. The only spoiler thing I want to do I just wanted to talk about the final kill. The final kill scene. I love when somebody just gets pulled apart from the mouth. That's how you get me. That's fucking. I didn't know if that talking about that as a spoiler. I didn't want to talk about like the final kill. When watching somebody get pulled apart by the goddamn mouth that is the best way to give me a 10 out of 10 movie. So we saw it. Lonnie decided to celebrate his birthday a fucking month early, and so me and like 20 people went to go see it, and I was the only person there who liked horror movies. Everybody else terrified of fucking horror movies. I walk out clapping. I'm like, that is the perfect horror movie. Everybody else was like, it was mid. I didn't like it. I was like, I fucking don't. I like all of you less than I liked before. Like a bunch of people. I went with like Chris and Steven, and they're all like, yeah, it's fine horror movie, or like they either didn't like it as a horror movie or just didn't like horror movies in general. I was like, I have less respect for each and every single one of you now.
Yeah, it's really good. It's also really just good. Like, it's not like that scary. I went with like a big ass group too, and there were people who were like, I thought it'd be scarier, and it's more like intrigue and suspense.
It's a thriller.
Yeah, it's more of a thriller.
Like a straight up horror. There is some good jump scares.
There's some good jump scares. I mean, she's a creepy looking woman, and I really loved the principal, like his character and his actor. Dude, they must have been doing something with his eyes. Like, they must have given him fake eyes.
There's no way you get him that wide. Like I have too much eyelid. I just have too much eyelid to get my eyes.
His eyes were bugging out.
Him running through the field. It's so there's so many cool moments. That's why I love It Follows. Like I love these long extended shots of like something following you through a courtyard or some shit. And like fucking the girl from Ozark, whose name I don't know, was like, hey, there's somebody sprinting at us covered in blood. I also love a scene when somebody gets headbutted into mush. That's always one of my favorites. Oh man, great movie. Really, really good movie. Cool. My flashback this week. Freeren's getting a prequel novel.
Oh yeah, I did hear about that. That's cool. Is Freeren done?
No. The new there's a new season of Freeren coming out.
No, I mean obviously I know the anime isn't done.
The manga. Is the Freeren manga done? Bro, dog, I don't even know if Freeren is a manga.
I think it is.
Freeren Beyond Journey's End is a manga. Yes, actually. It's on Viz, though. That explains why I've never read it. It is... The first chapter was released on April 28th, 2020. Holy shit, that's recent.
She knew.
An issue, but there's only currently... Oh, yeah. So there's 13 volumes, so it's in like chapter 130, and volume 14 comes out March 18th. Wait. March 18th, 2025. That would mean it was already... Oh, English release date isn't out yet. Gotcha.
Real quick, I just want to address chat on two things. One, I saw some people were like, so are they just not reacting to Super Chat? Which is a fair critique and complaint, and I feel really bad. What Riverside, what we're using to watch this on, doesn't discern... It doesn't show us what Super Chat is. I didn't know we've been getting it.
Yeah. That's actually why it's been a while since we did a Riverside pod here.
Yeah. So I'm very sorry that like we haven't been noticing that we've gotten Super Chats, and I also don't know how to check. But
for that exact reason, we actually usually, and this is something that me and Danny forgot. For that exact reason, me and Danny usually, have up our Otakus Anonymous on YouTube.
Let me see if I could check. Oh my god, 600 watching. That's hype. Oh
We've had
Let me see. There's no way to like go back. No.
You can. Well, we'd have to be like in our YouTube thing here. Yeah, that's on us, guys. We apologize.
Sorry for that. The other thing I want to bring up is Clevitus. Have you heard of this, Nick? You seen this?
Yeah, Clevats or whatever.
Clevatus?
People, I legitimately thought about watching the first episode because people watch us every single week.
Fuck, 9 episodes? I thought we were on the cutting edge here. Chances of although they're dub, and that's huge.
Stank's calling me?
Maybe I'll check out Clevitus.
You what?
I said the super chats in the Otakus Anonymous group chat.
Oh, okay. Gang. On over text?
Yep. Bye.
Okay, bye. Stank doesn't like being recorded, guys. He's not a big fan of being recorded. All right, we'll get to all of our super chats right now. Will live action One Piece finish everything? Asks Monkey D. Spidey. We don't. I mean, we're not the people to ask there.
Did you see that it's apparently like Netflix apparently wants to do 12 seasons of it, and people are like being annoying about it?
Why would people be annoying about that? Why would people complain about more live action One Piece? Season 1 was incredible.
People are annoying about it because for the same reason people are annoying about like Invincible and annoying about like just how long it takes to make things like this. Like people don't realize one episode of live action One Piece is the equivalent of making a movie these days. So
especially with the set designs they do, like the fucking like the set build-outs. Did you guys not see Arlong Park? Like, it was one of those impressive set build-outs I've ever seen in my entire life.
They're making like 8 movies every like 2 or so years, and people are like, they gotta speed this up. We need one every 6 months, and it's like, and then people are like, dog, I don't want to be watching this shit like into my 40s. What do you think day one One Piece manga readers have been doing? Like, to complain about the prospect of One Piece going on for decades? Yeah.
I'm sorry, fucking what? The manga started in 1998. It's been around as long as I've been alive. I'm 29. Yeah.
I also don't get the idea of people being like, no, I want to watch all this within the next, like, 5 years. Like, you don't want good content for like years and years. I'd love a guarantee that like I'm gonna be getting something I like into future decades. And then even if I stop liking it,
Yeah,
then I
get
stop
20
liking
years
it.
of fucking live action One Piece. I get 20 years of this high quality, fucking 8K, a $20 million an episode fucking telling of one of the greatest stories of all time. Like, and listen, if you want One Piece to be fucking done for you in the next 5 years, watch the anime, read the manga.
Yeah.
There's ways for you to complete One Piece without watching the fucking live action.
Well, it's also like, it's annoying because people are also like, how are they going to do that? The actors are all going to be 40 by the end of season 12, and the story only takes place over 2 years. Hey, turn your brain on. Maybe the story is going to take place over the course of, like, 12 years instead. You know what I mean? Like, I just hate how people are like, well, the manga's like this, so they can't make it run that long. Like, age them up. Like, it's a live action adaptation they've already had to make changes to. I think it's sick, the idea that, like, we will have to have, like, an adult Luffy and tailor the script to that, because people aren't going to deal with, like, 40-year-old Luffy acting like 17-year-old Luffy. I think that's exciting.
An absolute idiot. That would be really funny, actually. If, like, season 11, season 12, fucking Inaki Godoy is, like 45, 50, and everyone's like, why are you talking like that? Like, shut the fuck up. You have children. What are you doing?
Frankie's like, super! And Luffy's like, I'm fucking hungover. You need to stop, like... but like, you know that...
Put pants on, you fucking... There's children. You're 50 years old. What are you doing?
I know, like, Nami pulls Sanji aside, and she's like, hey, this shit wasn't cute when you were 19. You can't be running this when you're 38.
Oh my god, the optics of Sanji gets so much worse if he's fucking 50. Like, it's gonna be so long until they're at Fishman Island, and he's looking at like a 16-year-old fucking mermaid princess, and he's like, hey, I'll make chicken. Come back to my bedroom. And it's like, hey, Sanji, fucking quit it.
I know, it's just like, what would the most exciting aspect of the live action One Piece is genuinely the idea that they can turn it into, like, what if the Straw Hats actually aged? Like, I'd love for it to start really diverting, like, not entirely, like, it doesn't have to be unrecognizable, but if you're running, like, season 10 of live action One Piece and the Luffy actor is, like, 35, I want to see this be an alternate reality story where this journey does take this long, and people are like, hey, Luffy, we've been at this for like 20 years. I don't think we're finding the One Piece. And Luffy's like the one who inspires them to keep taking this journey for decades, you know?
And this journey always should have taken forever. Like, if you guys know One Piece as a manga, Luffy spent more time with Silver's Rayleigh during the time skip, which is a movie long. The only way it's ever covered is a fucking movie. That is it. He spends more time with Silver Rayleigh than he spends with his entire goddamn crew. Like, they're together over the course of pre-time skip and post-time skip, something like 8 months total. Like, and Luffy spends like almost like over 2 years with Silver's Rayleigh. Like, so like this journey should take a long ass time. Fucking pirating journeys have historically taken a long ass time. They are literally sailing across the entire goddamn world and stopping on every single island they pass to fucking usurp some kind of government.
Yeah. But yeah, that's how we feel about the live action One Piece. Can I draw you guys as anime OCs? If so, what email can I send it to? DM me on Instagram. Just send it to me on Instagram. I look at those.
Yeah, that works. I mean, we do have an email. But yes.
Or send it to the email. I don't know who checks that.
No, yeah, that's fair. Danny is definitely your better option here. Of course you can draw us as anime OCs. We literally have a manga currently getting drawn of us right now, and I have sharp elbows, and Danny has arm whips.
I watch episode 7 of Dandadan season 2. The Maiden Cafe episode is in class. Bad idea. Oh, they watched it in class. Bad idea. I got laughed at and had everyone looking at me. Fuck that class. Bad kids.
That class. And B, listen, in high school, I literally had a background of the entire harem of characters from High School DxD, all right? Yeah. My laptop background was it was Zenovia, fucking the other ones with boobs, Akano, Rias, Asia, like I had a busty harem of women as the background of my computer, and look where I am now. I walk around with fucking busty Emporio Ivankov. So be the the person you want to be. But probably don't watch anime during class. Like, not because, like, that's a bad idea, but, like, you need to be learning and shit.
Well, that's true.
All right, last one here. Will you guys come to an anime event in the UK, as that's where I'm from? I would really like to meet you guys. Loving what you'd be doing. Well, it's a 13-hour flight for us from California, so if they want to roll out the fucking red carpet, then maybe.
Oh, I would do it. I'd do it for, like, a regular rate. Nick's the only petty bitch around here. I've never been to the UK. I would go.
You've never been to the UK?
No, Nick is always like, the length of the flight matters. The length of the flight does not matter. If I'm flying, it's already taking up my whole day.
Flight? Have you ever been on a 13-hour flight? It's very different from 6. I'll tell you that right now.
I've been on an 8-hour flight.
Okay, that's pretty good. All right, listen, fine, yes. If you guys can recommend a UK anime convention to us, I'd love to walk around the UK with Danny.
I'm not gonna go just like be for the fun of going to a UK convention. Oh, no. But if I'm invited to like a convention in the UK,
we'll put out feelers, Dan. We'll put out feelers.
But no, I'd love to. I've only been to Haiti and Cancun.
That it's objectively funny to me every single time you tell me the list of international places you've ever been. But yes, all right, that brings us to our favorite segment, which is Love Letters, where we ask our live audience to ask us a question that we answer here live on the podcast. Now, obviously, those of you who are watching the podcast live right now are getting something that you don't usually get access to because usually it's on our Patreon. So if you guys are enjoying watching the podcast live, interacting with us, this is something that patrons get every single week. So if you guys want to become members of the Patreon and come hang out with us every single week while we live record, you can do that for $4.99 a month. You also get an additional 2 hours of Nick and Danny content every single month. And you get to ask us questions that we answer here live on the podcast. So yeah, $4.99 over on the Patreon. Somebody from chat just asked, if you could erase one anime and manga from existence so you could remake it yourself, what would you choose and why?
I have the only right answer. I'm going to let you go first, though.
Listen, I think it boils down to, okay, like, let's say hypothetically somebody's like, oh, obviously, I'd choose One Piece because it's the most successful manga of all time. You have to memorize all of One Piece for that to happen. Like, you're erasing One Piece from history. You have to have One Piece's arcs and storylines and in fights all memorized to a point where you can rewrite them yourselves. I only have one anime on Earth I can do that with, and that one anime is Naruto. And yeah, I'm going to be making bank. Kishimoto's worth like $250 million. I have that manga memorized back to front. I could also do Boruto. I can do every chapter of Naruto with relative ease. The only problem is I have to learn the drawing skills, but I'd probably just get an artist. I'm telling you right now, I'm remaking Naruto, and listen, I'd probably change a couple of things. I'd make Sakura a better character. I'd make Might Guy kill Madara, and then after Madara gets revived by Kaguya, that's when Naruto and Sasuke and Kakashi and Sakura all have to step in, but Might Guy deserves his time in the sun. Rock Lee ends up with Sakura. I have some changes I would make. I would make Naruto a better story.
Yeah, that's the wrong answer. One Piece is also objectively the wrong answer.
Absolutely.
All of these mangaka are, like, frequent flyers to their local hospitals. You want to be working on Naruto for, like, your entire life while people like you are up your ass about the power system, about the plot holes, about the romances? You really want you talking about you? Here's why Full Metal Alchemist is the right answer. Because you gotta make one tight, crisp, like 48 episode anime. I can retain that amount of knowledge, and then no one ever criticizes you. People are beaten in the streets for saying the thing you made was bad. Everyone's cool with your power system being like, just kind of whatever. Everyone's cool with all the characters. There's no asterisk where they're like, well, Full Metal Alchemist, great, but we gotta look out for that child predator character.
That's fair. Well, no, that's fair, actually.
Everyone loves it.
There is a child predator, but it's a child who...
Are you talking about May?
No. I'm talking about fucking the Führer's son.
Yeah.
Power, or no, he's not Power. He's Pride. Because he is a child.
Yeah,
like,
true,
as in, like, he like everybody is his prey.
Yeah. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is just objectively the best one. I don't want to be slaving away at the same story forever and ever while people clown on me for it deteriorating and also for me not making it fast enough.
Yep. Listen, but these are all things. These are all things that can change. These are all like these. I know because I have my brain, so I can write Naruto in the way that everybody would like. You know, I'm changing up the war arc. I'm making sure that the anime adaptation isn't getting filled with filler. I'm making executive choices that Kishimoto was too afraid to do. All right, and listen. Kaguya's not getting backshotted by Black Zetsu. Kaguya's getting killed by my guy, and then revived by Black Zetsu, turned into Kaguya, and then boom, alien reveal. But it doesn't come at the cost of Madara. Boom, everyone loves the story forever.
We have a comment
Also,
that says
Sasuke and Naruto end up together.
we have a comment that says the real answer is Hunter x Hunter, and be someone who actually wants to finish it. Hunter x Hunter is a cursed manga. It's not that he doesn't want to finish it.
I was gonna say.
It's that some witch cursed the IP years ago, and anyone who puts pen to paper drawing Gon gets crippling back spasms.
Yeah, I love the idea of the fact that Togashi doesn't want to finish Hunter x Hunter. Like, his entire life is in apologizing to people for not being able to finish Hunter x Hunter. He's like, please, every time I hold a pen, I feel a disc slip out of my back.
He would love...
Still gives us 10... He still gives us 10 chapters a year.
He would love to have people stop asking him for Hunter x Hunter. The idea that he doesn't want... You know how much George R.R. Martin would love to just ask a genie to finish his fucking Game of Thrones? If Game of Thrones isn't finished by AI, it'll be the greatest strength of will I've ever seen in a man. If he doesn't just put it out.
That's such a good point. He's just like, or just like he literally just types out exactly how they finished it in the show. He just
turns to script formatting, like he doesn't even retype it.
That'd be so fucking good. That'd be great. All right, well, that's all we got, ladies and gentlemen, for this week. We appreciate all 700 of you for hanging out this entire time. You guys have been the best. Remember, if you want to watch us on a weekly basis, if you want to interact with us like we're interacting with us right now, become a member of the Patreon over there, $4.99 a month. Me and Danny are doing Treasure Island. We're doing a Treasure Island.
No, we're not. No, we aren't. It didn't win. This is another thing I'm going to crash out at you about. Every month, it did. I'm gonna fucking freak out. We're not doing it. Executive decision, we're not reacting to Treasure Island this week. I'm so sick of being like, hey, I want to react to the Naruto movies for Patreon. And then Nick goes behind my back for literally no reason and is like, actually, let's do this one. Or, let's put out this poll and ask them to do this. And then my thing wins every time, and he still doesn't do it. Just say you don't want to react to them, coward. But I'm not gonna be there for the Treasure Island reaction out of spite. You react to it yourself. I don't give a fuck.
Patreon.
No, it didn't.
Patreon. It didn't win on Patreon?
Naruto won by a landslide on YouTube. That much I know.
Well, you want to know why Naruto run by a landslide and why your argument that I don't want to react to the Naruto movies is thin, Dan?
Why?
I told both. I went to my community post on both the Weeb Commander and on NC Hammer and said, hey, if you guys want me to react to the Naruto movies, go vote in this poll.
Oh my god, what a shock. More people who would subscribe to the Patreon to watch this thing are voting for my thing. But no, let's do the thing less people want to see.
It won on Patreon. I was like, hey guys, we're doing a vote. Oh, that's the thing. It's like, what do we weigh higher, the Patreon vote or the YouTube vote?
I need a screenshot of the Patreon one. I'm not reacting to it this month at least, just out of spite, because I'm so fucking annoyed from this. I'm so sick of it. Every time I ask to react to something, Nick's like, let's play this 48-cent game 9 people worked on.
And we were surprisingly close to having another,
We weren't close.
We're doing another video
game. If you look on YouTube, which is the one that should matter, because it's more people voting.
Look at this. Treasure Planet, 40%.
It's not happening this month. It's not happening this month.
I'll gladly do Rainbow Chakra.
I'm sick of you going over my head on shit.
Okay, good. Rainbow Chakra movie coming up first, where Naruto helps an actress in, protects him in some capacity, and then there's a Rainbow Rasengan. That's the first one that we're doing.
Good.
All right.
Bye.
I miss you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.